1063.
Well, we're coming to your city.
HSS Florida presents ESPN West Palm's High School Game Day. We're coming to your city. The biggest games, the most compelling stories, the area's best high school sports coverage. Supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. ESPN West Palm High School Game Day is also presented by Kaiser University, South Florida Ford, Sports Certified by VitaCost, Moss Plus by Messi, Duffy's Sports Grill, Culligan, Racetrack, Safebound Moving and Storage, and the Boca Raton Bowl.
And we're coming to your city.
And welcome on into the HSS Game of the Week, supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. It is the Class 1A State Semifinals in beautiful West Palm Beach, Florida, where Cardinal Newman is taking on Carrollwood Day School, coming across the state from Tampa to right here in our backyard. My name's Christian Catt on the call tonight, alongside, as always, the coach Jimmy Bell for this win, and you're in the state championship matchup. Coach, it's good to be here tonight.
Yes, it is, and this history will be made tonight for one of these two programs, and we got our fingers crossed. It's Cardinal Newman of West Palm. I remember the days coaching against Abram Elam and some of the great players out of Newman. They've always had a great program, but could really never get over the hump. Tonight they're trying to do it the first time.
Yeah, certainly so. Whenever you're waiting for that state championship bracket to get released in Class 1A, you look and hope you're on the other side of the bracket from Chaminade Madonnet. Both these schools happen to be on that other side of the bracket, so they will have a date with Chaminade, or the team that's playing Chaminade tonight, and FIU Stadium next weekend. For Cardinal Newman, it's that 1-2 punch at quarterback and running back on offense. Jaron Hewley, the top-ranked quarterback in the preseason ESPN top 63 rankings. He was in the top 10 of the list entirely for a reason. He is a dual-threat quarterback that is a track star. Not figuratively, but literally. He has got the wheels that can just tear apart a defense. We saw that happen in this building against a reigning state champion, West Boca, just about 2 months ago.
Yeah, West Boca is traveling over to Suffner Armwood, right outside of Tampa, where this team is from. And so two great programs. Hughley took that game on his back, put it 64 yards, I believe it was, to the end zone. Just a lot of speed. And he broke through initially. Didn't look like he was going to go to the end zone, but he just pulled away from the defenders.
And then with the running back for Cardinal Newman, Phoenix Donia, he has been special in 2025. His first year with this program, Donia found the end zone 24 times, averages almost 8 yards a carry. He has a different type of style of running the football.
Yeah, he's a violent runner. And when people ask me about him, I say he kind of reminds me of the New York Giants' Cam Scatterboo, just a physical runner. But, he has deceptive speed. So if you don't tackle him, he's going to run through arm tackles. He's going to make you pay on the defensive side of the ball.
And not signed yet is Donia. He was committed to JMU. There were head coaching changes and all that. Signed with West Virginia already is Jaron Hewley. We saw on National Signing Day. And then on the defensive side of the football, Adam Balagoon Ali. The senior has 110 tackles this year. That leads the team. 15 tackles for loss. When we saw this Cardinal Newman team take on West Boca 2 months ago, he had a massive momentum-shifting pick six into that north end zone. Adam Balagoon Ali is an Auburn commit, an Auburn signee. He's awesome to captain that side of the defense.
So when you watch this defense, he's going to be there first, somewhere around the football. He's the energy for this defense. They're going to be following his lead. He makes a lot of tackles, as you mentioned, and where this defense goes tonight, Adam will take them.
The same can be said about Ty Kirkpatrick off the edge. Cardinal Newman side that can wreak havoc on opposing offenses. And the offense that they are going up against today from Carrollwood Day, the Patriots, is led by junior quarterback Miles McDonald. He has over 2,000 passing yards on the season. Very efficient passing the football, very accurate throwing the football with 178 attempts, 125 completions, 17 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions on the season. Has a little bit of motion with his legs, rushing for over 300 yards in the season with 2 touchdowns, adding to his total. And he spreads it around a little bit. Primarily, it'll be DJ Williams, the senior target, wearing number 1 for Carrollwood Day, as well as Brooklyn Maxey wearing number 0, the junior target for Carrollwood Day. Their head coach is Marshall McDuffie for Carrollwood Day. Of course, head coach Jack Daniels leads Cardinal Newman. Cardinal Newman has never played in a state championship game. Carrollwood Day has never played in a state semifinal game. As you mentioned before, history will be made tonight. We'll see if head coach Jack Daniels can do what he did at Dwyer. Bring Dwyer 2 state championship games and also win them in 2009 and 2013. We are live on YouTube, ESPN West Palm on YouTube. You can go there, you can watch every single tackle, every touchdown, every explosive play on YouTube, ESPN West Palm. You can listen to the game exclusively on the ESPN South Florida app. We have kickoff coming up next, live here from West Palm Beach, Florida for the HSS Game of the Week, supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. It is Newman, it's Carrollwood Day, and it's all coming up next.
During football season, keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today, kick off your game day comfort, and don't sweat the small stuff.
In sports and in life, how you move matters. So when injuries or pain get in the way, the orthopedic specialists at HSS Florida provide world-class care to get you moving again. From non-surgical and surgical care to personalized rehabilitation, HSS Florida offers the same quality and expertise you expect from HSS, the world's #1 in orthopedic care. With 2 convenient locations in West Palm Beach and Wellington. Learn more at hss.edu/Florida. Choose better, move better.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $849 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
You're listening to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day, presented by HSS Florida. Choose better, move better, and supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather.
Well, we're coming to your city.
And we're back here on the HSS Game of the Week, supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. Carrollwood Day will be on offense to begin this game as Nathaniel Parks, the junior kicker, punter extraordinaire for Cardinal Newman, will kick this one away. Cardinal Newman comes into this game 10-3 on the season. Carrollwood Day undefeated 12-0. The gauntlet is laid out for Cardinal Newman, and all they need to do is execute. Carrollwood Day played Cardinal Newman last year, and Cardinal Newman came out ahead, 42-21. But that was 2024. This is 2025. Win, and you're in the state championship game. It's all underway on YouTube at ESPN West Palm right here, right now, and Parks boots it away, and we are underway. Returnable from the 20-yard line. Here comes the Patriots across the 25, 30, 35. Still on his feet across the 50-yard line. 45, 30, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Patriots. All the way 4-6. And Carrollwood Day puts their stamp and sets the tone with a 90-yard touchdown return. Patriots on top 6-zip.
Well, same way last week, nice return for Carrollwood for a touchdown in their game against Clearwater Central Catholic. Again, that's a play that Newman usually tackles that guy early on because there's so much speed on their special teams. But unfortunately, they got a crease in that special teams and they got a touchdown on the first drive.
It was a touchdown return for 6 for Brooklyn Maxey, the junior. Gets Carrollwood Day on the scoreboard first before a snap is even recorded in this game. The special teams, the third phase of the game, goes in the favor of Carrollwood to begin this one. And before the point after is attempted, whistles blow before we'll see Leandro De Carvalho boot this one through, or at least attempt to. State semifinals here in West Palm Beach, Florida in Class 1A. And defensive offsides will half the distance to the goal for this point after attempt.
Offsides on the defense.
I didn't even see that ball snapped, but they blew the play dead beforehand. De Carvalho steps up to try to make it 7-0 Carrollwood before any offensive snap is recorded. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. So a return for a touchdown on the opening kickoff for Brooklyn Maxey. He puts Carrollwood Day on top with that touchdown return brought to you by Racetrack. So we won't see the offense of Carrollwood first. We will see the offense of Cardinal Newman, led by their quarterback Jiron Hewley, who has been a dual-threat dynamic playmaker for the Crusaders in 2025. He's a completion percentage of 66%. Nearly 1,700 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, which really doesn't jump off of the stat sheet, but it's his legs that truly do. Averages over 11 yards per rush, and he's added 16 touchdowns on the ground as well.
Well, this offense gets him out on the edge of any defense, and his ability to throw the ball on the run has helped this offense throughout the year. So I'm looking for them to move the pocket a lot tonight. Carrollwood likes to blitz early downs to try to get you in long yardage situations. They need to move him to move that pocket. Don't let him be stationary all night long.
So Newman will have to come from behind in this game if they want to play for a state championship. Ball's kicked deep and returnable. Pardon me, excuse me, it was kicked short. The light's playing tricks on me back up here in the booth. So Cardinal Newman will have some pretty good field position in order to start this game off offensively, as they will set up shop at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Cardinal Newman, the Crusaders offense out. Favorite target for Jiron Hewley, Leslie Mosley, the senior receiver wearing number 1. You'll see him in the return game as well. In 2025, Mosley has 6 touchdowns, 42 receptions. Bedonia's in the backfield, joining Hewley, nicknamed Snow Hewley. Trips receivers close to the line on the left side. Lone receiver to the right side. As Hewley rolls out to the left, throws it in that side, caught by Mosley, sidestep, and he's hit and driven towards the sideline for a short gain, if any. Maybe even lost a yard on 1st and 10. They'll back him up for 2nd down and 11.
See, Cat, you see right there on 1st down, they move the pocket. That's what I was thinking, because I'm watching a lot of film this week on Carrollwood. They like to blitz early on, and so you realize that from your film study. Move your quarterback. Don't make him a stationary target.
Ball on the left hash mark for Cardinal Newman. 2nd down and 11. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube. ESPN West Palm stream this game. You can watch every snap. In the pistol now, Hewley motions over. Man from the right side to the left side at tight end. Donia in the backfield. They fake it to him, and Hewley's looking to pass. Rolling to his right, heavy pressure in his face, still on his feet. Cuts upfield. He's going to run with this one. And gets brought down in the backfield for a sack. Hewley tried to set the edge and tried to beat the defense, but Carrollwood Day made a nice play on the football. And making the tackle, making the sack was Antonio Thomas, the sophomore. Did not get outrun. It's another loss. Going backwards the wrong direction is Newman. It's 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, loss on that play for Jaron Hewley, but he's got to realize outside the pocket, you can throw that ball out of bounds unlike years past.
Hard count by Hewley, and that will give a free 5 yards to Newman's offense. As jumping across the neutral zone with the Patriots of Carrollwood Day on the defensive side. Setting up a 3rd down and a lot more manageable 3rd down and 8. From the 34-yard line, line to gain is the 42. Hewley with Donia to his right, trips left. Lone receiver to the right side. Hewley takes a snap, fakes it at Donia. Right side runner, still on his feet. Hewley across the 50-45, and he explodes into the second level out of bounds at the 40. First down brought to you by HSS for Newman.
You got to have about 5, 6, maybe 7 runs like that for him in your offense in every game plan, because that's his ability to run. They're going to key on Phoenix Donia. You've got to be able to move your quarterback, move the pocket, and use him on those special runs.
All the way into plus territory from 3rd and 8 to 1st and 10. At the 37-yard line, make it the 38. 1st and 10 in plus territory for Cardinal Newman. Mosley split out wide to the left. Twin receivers to the right side. Donia in the backfield alongside Jaron Hewley, and Hewley takes the snap, fakes it, throws it left side, and he caught by Sumter across the 30, 25, 20, 15.
Good night.
Good night. It is Gennaro Sumter for 6. It's a touchdown brought to you by Racetrack. Jamaro Sumter finds the end zone from 38 yards out. And Newman answers the opening kickoff return for a touchdown with a touchdown drive of their own.
Yeah, excellent play call right out of the book of Kaiser University. That's what they do. Fake it in the belly of the running back and get a guy out in the flat. You can't guard a running back with a linebacker. Forget about it. Sumter is that guy that came up from South Fork, scored 13 touchdowns as a freshman in high school. Newman's glad to have it.
When you have 2 dynamic, athletic running backs like that, you're exactly right. It's hard to guard both of them on the same play, let alone the same drive. Parks kicks this one up, and it is good. Nathaniel Parks makes it 7-7 with 9:51 to play in the first quarter. Another touchdown brought to you by a Racetrack, and we are off to the races. Just 2 minutes and 9 seconds elapsed, and we've got points, and more points here on ESPN West Palm. On the ESPN South Florida app, download it today for everything you need with West Palm, Treasure Coast, Palm Beach County, South Florida as a whole sports. Your life is not complete unless you download that ESPN South Florida app. And if you are listening on that app, you can watch the game on YouTube, ESPN West Palm on YouTube, or on Facebook, ESPN West Palm, and on X, ESPN Top 63. So Newman was on their own half of the field, 3rd and 8. They spring one free, a quarterback run on the mesh from Jaron Hewley. He found the edge, a big chunk play, and it set up Cardinal Newman with a touchdown drive as Sumter on the catch, Hewley on the completion. Parks about to kick this one deep from the 40-yard line. It's a low-line drive kick that rolls to the 10. Returnable from the 15. Dangerous here once again. Same return man is wearing number 0, Brooklyn and Maxey on the return. This time they do make the tackle on their own half of the field. 1st and 10 up to the 39. Check that, make it the 34. So 1st and 10 for Carrollwood Day Patriots. Coming to this game undefeated. And Coach, when you do not lose a game going into the postseason, do you think you're at a competitive disadvantage mentally, or are you in the advantage mentally?
Well, it could be a little bit of both, but I think you really got to be careful as an undefeated team, because in your mind you can't be beat. But if you're not careful, teams can beat you.
Low snap, throwing it to the right side, wide receiver screen, broken play, but making something out of nothing. That time is the Patriots offense. A long completion to the right side, caught by DJ Williams. Really herky-jerky start to that, where the snap one-hopped to quarterback Miles McDonald, and he threw it across. But there was a flag on the play. We'll see if this one's coming back.
You know, back to touch on that point you asked, C-Cat, again, you come into this mindset with we haven't lost all season long. Now you meet a team that has lost, so you're looking at their losses, but you better pay attention to who they lost to. And that's the most important thing I would have been emphasizing as a coach.
So it was a hold against the offensive line of Carrollwood, backing them up 10 yards. However, right now the ball is being spotted at the 30. Hold must have been down the field. So it'll be first down and 14. McDonald, the junior quarterback, won't even get this snap off. There's another pre-snap penalty. That'll back him up 5 yards. It'll be first down and 19.
And that's just nerves. You see that early in the season. You expect that, not in the state semifinals. You expect that in game weeks 1 through 5, where guys are still trying to get the cadence down in their head. But a lot of nerves going back and forth here, jumping are these offensive tackles.
Line to gain is up to the 44-yard line. Ball spotted at the 25. It's a handoff, but taking a knee early because he slipped and fell at the 21 will be the tailback, Antonio Thomas. Thomas will see a lot of touches in this game. Cameron Battle has seen the most carries for Carrollwood in 2025. So another time going backwards is Carrollwood Day. They're all the way back to the 21. Second down, 23. McDonald trying to right the ship offensively. This time it is a clean handoff. Up the middle goes Thomas, and the sophomore back gets dropped. Right around the line of scrimmage, little gain, up to the 25.
There's one thing about this defense. If you get a running back that's what we call in the business tipping, he's kind of looking for the hit, oh, they're going to be all over you. There's 5 or 6 guys around each tackle for Cardinal Newman. They have so much speed on this defense.
A gain of 2, he's to the 23. Third down and very long. Passing down here for quarterback Miles McDonald. We'll see how the defensive backfield of Newman can step up to the plate. Aiden Elam, Leslie Mosley, Tyrese Campbell-Rollins, all being put to the test. Third and long. Carrollwood in the shotgun. They fake the handoff, throw it left side. It is intercepted, picked off. Newman's got the turnover. On the interception was William Hart, the senior. First down and 10 for Newman. And they're setting up at the 39-yard line.
That's how you answer defensively. Again, this quarterback for Carrollwood, he has a long draw on his throw. So he kind of winds up and it comes over the top. It's a little too late because now the defensive back can see it instead of it just coming straight out with a quick motion, but he's kind of winding up and throwing the football.
There were a couple of Crusaders there on the defensive side of things that had a chance at that ball. Hart was the one that hauled it in. First and 10. Here's Snow Hewley in the shotgun. Takes a snap, a jet sweep, Mosley on the carry. Across the line of scrimmage, 5 yards deep, 10 yards deep. It's an HSS first down. Leslie Mosley has so much speed off the edge. Move the chains for Newman inside the 30-yard line.
That's what you want to do offensively. Spread this defense sideline to sideline. Again, you notice most of their plays have been on the edge. Great film study, realizing they're stout inside, but on the edge, they don't tackle as well.
First and 10, Cardinal Newman at the 28. Mosley on the carry of about 11 yards. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for quarterback Hewley. Motions over Ty Kirkpatrick to the right tight end position. Empty set. Hewley rolling to his right. Fires to the right side flats. It's going to be caught for a 8-yard gain. Down to the 20-yard line goes the Cardinal Newman offense, just short of the sticks. Holland on the catch.
So you take your running back and put him outside of the defensive end. So you've outflanked him. Now Hewley, all he has to do is sprint to the right, look for the receiver who's going to do a quick down and out. And you throw the ball before he ever comes out of that break. You put it right on him where only he can catch it. Get a huge play on that for Cardinal Newman.
Second down in inches. They give him about 9.5 yards. Mosley split out wide to the left. There's 2 receivers on that side and a 2-back set. Sumter and Donia in the backfield along Hewley. Sumter on the carry up the middle, left side, and he fights his way forward for an HSS first down to the 13. First and 10, Cardinal Newman.
Well, you give that to Sumter because he just scored the touchdown. So he has the flow right now, the energy. And then they're watching Phoenix Donia, so you want to try to give it to your other back. Great job on first down, getting the first down there.
It is a water break with 6:34 to play in the first quarter. All tied up 7-7 between Carrollwood and Cardinal Newman. Newman with the football in business. A sports certified powered by Vitacost timeout called. And while we have a break in the action, it's the perfect time to remind you about the Kaiser Seahawks. They're all about championships, both on the field and in the classroom. As an athletic department as a whole, they've got 26 national championships. The men's tennis team, they won their first ever NAIA title last spring. How about the men's lacrosse team? They have capped off a three-peat last spring. And don't get me started about their fall sports. The men's football team, number 2 in the nation. They just clinched a berth to the national semifinals. They're trying to go back to the national championship game for the 4th consecutive year. That game will be played in West Palm Beach a week from tomorrow against a team to be decided later. Congrats to the Kaiser Seahawks football team, an undefeated season as we await that national semifinal. Go to KUSeahawks.com for more information on Kaiser Seahawks athletics. 1st and 10 for Cardinal Newman. A different shade of blue for these Crusaders. Gold helmets, Carrollwood with the white tops, black bottoms. Hewley in the shotgun's got Donia to his left. Kirkpatrick, the tight end, on the left side. 2 receivers left side. Hewley takes a snap, hands it off to Donia. Left side, follows his blockers. Across the 10, 5. Donia barrels his way in for 6. It's a touchdown for Cardinal Newman, brought to you by Racetrack. And Newman takes a 13-7 lead.
That's what you have to do, physically lean on Phoenix Donia because he's so physical at the point of attack. These defensive back come up, if they don't have bad intentions, he's going to run right through them. And that's what he's done all season long. Take this game in your hands by using this offensive line.
Phoenix Donia is a senior running back who stands at 5'11", 220, but he lowers his center of gravity where you can't tackle him up high. He'll just bounce off you and find his way to the end zone like he did just there from 13 yards out. Parks kicks the extra point through, and Cardinal Newman leads 14-7 with 6:01 to play in the first quarter. After that touchdown brought to you by Racetrack, Newman will kick it back away. Break in the action gives me a chance to tell you about Land Rover Palm Beach. You can lease the brand new 2026 Range Rover Velar P250S or check out the bold and rugged 2025 Defender 110 P300S. Whether you're heading to the game or cruising to the beach, Land Rover Palm Beach has a luxury SUV to match your lifestyle. You can stop by today. They're located on Okeechobee Boulevard, just past the Turnpike, or take a virtual test drive at LandRoverPalmBeach.com. And hey, if you spot an athlete lighting it up on the field with a player of the league worthy performance, just hit us up in our DMs at ESPN West Palm and let us know about it. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond. Newman on top of Carrollwood Day, 14-7, halfway through this opening quarter, and we have seen nothing but high-flying fireworks in action in this state semifinal matchup in Class 1A. One of 3 area teams alive and well in their state playoffs. Newman right here before us, Vero Beach up the road, and West Boca, as you mentioned, Coach, across the state in Tampa, still alive to try to bring a state championship to Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. This one's returnable from the 11-yard line. And brought down is the return man, DJ, across the 35-yard line. DJ Williams, the senior return man. Got that tote. At the 26-yard line is where Carrollwood Day will set up shop.
You go back to that last series for Carrollwood Day, a lot of slippage on the field. Guys are slipping, they're trying to run. Running backs, quarterbacks, they're all slipping. The snap was low. Offensive line, jumping off sides. So just, again, a lot of nerves in this game. They've gotten this far for the first time in program history. They seemed a little nervous here in the first series offensively.
Rights to the broadcast of this state semifinal of the 1A 2025 FHSAA Football Championships has been granted to ESPN West Palm by the Florida High School Athletic Association, intended solely for the enjoyment of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited. Carry right side for a gain of a couple. right up to the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 7 coming up for Carrollwood Day. Adam Balagoon Ali, Auburn Tiger signee, makes the tackle to limit the damage.
I don't think Carrollwood has seen any speed like they'll see tonight from Newman, because they're going to employ a lot of guys around the line of scrimmage, but most of the guys who are there are in on a lot of tackles.
Ball on the right hash, trips left. Newman showing pressure, 4 guys, hands in the dirt. Quarterback run left side and brought down short of the 35-yard line. McDonald faked it inside to his running back, then kept it himself off that left edge. Made 3rd down much more manageable here. Got 3rd down and 3. From the 34, line to gain the 37. The junior quarterback McDonald, the hard count, some flinches in the trenches. Might have been Newman who got a little bit too anxious on the defensive side of things. And that will give a 1st down to Carrollwood Day. Coach, how tough is it to settle the nerves of your sideline in a game that matters so much to bring a team to an unprecedented level like both these sides are going through?
Well, both teams have never done it before, so whatever they do, most of these games aren't won, they're lost. So it's the mistakes that you make throughout the game that are going to determine, and they'll rear their ugly head if you're not careful.
From the 39, quick pass, left side wide receiver screen. Catch was made by DJ Williams. He fought upfield. There was a flag down almost immediately after the ball was snapped. For the moment, it was only a gain of 1 or maybe 2 yards. And it will be a sideline warning against Cardinal Newman. So no penalty yardage awarded on that play, but the next time it'll be a personal foul against Cardinal Newman.
Yeah, and that's so important because the officials have to run the sideline in order to make the proper call. So if you're in his way, he's going to run into you. You got to be careful on that sideline. It used to be a 5-yard penalty. Now it's 15 yards.
2nd down and 8. Ball at the 41-yard line. 2 yards were gained on that wide receiver screen to the left side. DJ Williams fumbled, snap, ball on the ground, and Carrollwood Day will just fall on top of it. And the flag comes out late. In high school, all you need is a knee down. No one needs to tackle you in order for the play to be dead. Newman jumped on top of the quarterback after he was down for maybe a full count, and that might end up being what the flag is for, a late hit against the Newman defense, if I were to guess with how late that flag did come out. Initially, it was a 5-yard loss, and they will give a late hit penalty against Cardinal Newman. That's 15 yards, and instead of a 3rd down and long, it'll be a 1st down and 10 across midfield to the 49.
You know, unless he hit him in the back in terms of like need him or something, I thought that was a little touchy. But hey, you know, the officials are right there.
At the 49, 1st and 10, cross midfield goes Carrollwood Day. Newman on top, 14-7. Handoff up the middle. Broken tackle, still on his feet. And it'll be an 8-yard gain on 1st and 10.
You know, Carrollwood Day averages 44 points per contest, and they only give up 11. So they really can score, but they want to try to keep this one close to the vest because they realize that Newman also can score very explosive offensively, as they've shown here in the first half.
It's a freshman running back, Jackson Robinson, the carry that time. He averages 8 yards a carry. He's got 3 touchdowns on the season. 2nd down and 3. Another carry for Robinson. This play's blown dead. Flags come out, and we're going to have a false start or an illegal procedure against the offense of Carrollwood Day as the near official walked in and rolled his wrists. So 2nd down and 8 coming up for Carrollwood Day, and they'll replay that down. 3:34 to play here in the first quarter. Newman on top, 14-7 at home in this 1A state semifinal. Thank you for joining us on ESPN West Palm on YouTube. Please share the stream, give it a thumbs up, get active in the chat. We want to hear you root for your side, whether it's Newman or Carrollwood Day, tuning in because you couldn't make the trip across the state. Hard count, and Newman jumps across again. So these two teams trade 5-yard penalties to get back where we started, and it should be a 2nd down and 3 coming up, and that will be the case.
You know, C-Cat, I'm laughing because, you know, you're so frustrated as a coach, right? If I'm there, I'm saying to myself, fellas, the ball's right in front of you. What are you jumping for? They're not talking to you. The count is not for you. All you got to do is look at the football. When it moves, you move.
Ball at the 42, 2nd down and 3 for Carrollwood Day. Trips right, tight end to the right side for quarterback Miles McDonald. Junior has 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the year. A carry, Robinson left side bursts through the hole. He gets met by a couple of Newman Crusaders, but it's too late to stop him from moving the chains. HSS first down all the way down to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for Carrollwood. Under center. For the first time, actually, never mind. The quarterback was hidden by the running back. It's a handoff right side, and the Newman defense feasts on the run to the right side. They stop him at the line of scrimmage for either no gain or a short gain.
Carrollwood tried to go tempo there and get tired of this defense out because they think they found something. But again, as you mentioned, a lot of guys around the football coming up, making a big hit, only 1 yard.
Robinson was stopped like a brick wall at that line of scrimmage, but he got that football forward for a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 30-yard line. Donald hands it off. Robinson slips and falls and gets brought down for no gain or a tackle for a loss. He loses 1 yard. It's 3rd down and 10.
You know, what the Patriots are hoping is that they can lure this defense to sleep and keep running the ball inside and all of a sudden pull it out and try to hit a guy down the field. But again, Newman's doing a great job of stopping this run. You're not going to use that to set up the pass tonight. That's the mindset of this Jack Daniels coach defense.
Chance to make something happen here. Elam, the defensive back, split out wide to the right with the task of guarding DJ Williams. McDonald drops back to pass the left. He throws a screen pass left side, caught in the backfield. First man there, broken tackle. On his feet is Robinson on the far sideline. Robinson moves the chains with one broken tackle, found the edge to move the chains for an HSS first down.
This defense did a great job of reading. It's a flag on the play, but the defense did a great job of reading that screen. Just missed the tackle. As I said to you earlier, it's not what you do in these games that hurts you on your end. It's what you do to allow the other team to make plays. You've got to make those tackles if you're the Crusaders.
Officials deliberating and looking towards the Carrollwood sidelines. That kind of indicates the penalties against Newman on whether or not they want to accept the penalty. And it will be a face mask on the tackle of Robinson, who sprung free on that left side to give some more yardage to that big gain on 3rd and 10. Moving the football deeper and deeper into Cardinal Newman territory. They're now inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Red zone possession for Carrollwood, the deepest they've been in Newman territory so far today. Lefty quarterback throws it to the end zone, jump ball. Touchdown! Patriots! Flag down. One-on-one to the pylon on the far corner of the end zone, and the touchdown catch was caught. We'll see if this one's coming back with a penalty flag on the field. And it is a legal man downfield against Carrollwood Day. That will take points off the scoreboard and back up the Patriots 5 yards, 1st and 15.
Well, the lineman must have been engaged down the field. Again, you can't go past 2 yards. And again, that was a quick pass, so that's kind of a quick call. But again, the officials are right there on it. That's the kind of matchup that Carrollwood's going to look for down by the end zone. Some taller receivers against shorter defensive backs.
So 1st and 15 from the 24. Left-handed quarterback Miles McDonald in the shotgun with Robinson to his right. 2 receivers split out wide to the right side. It's that dynamic duo of DJ Williams and Brooklyn Maxey, a senior-junior combination. More pre-snap movement, and another flag comes out. False start going to go against the offense of Carrollwood. First down and 20 now to the 29-yard line. Has not been a clean game so far. Clock reads 1:10 to play in the first quarter. Newman 14, Carrollwood Day 7. A sports certified powered by Vitacost timeout is called on ESPN West Palm. Thank you very much for joining us on YouTube, ESPN West Palm. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet, because you will not find better, more thorough, more entertaining, accurate, and impressive high school sports coverage in South Florida than right here on ESPN West Palm on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us for this Class 1A state semifinal. We will be there if Cardinal Newman moves on to the state championship game next weekend, and the same can be said about Vero Beach and West Boca. Thank you to Safebound Moving and Storage for supporting high school sports across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Not all moves reflect your lifestyle. At Safebound Luxury, we provide white glove services tailored for high-end homes, fine art, and designer furnishings. Our expert team ensures every piece is packed, transported, placed with precision and care. If you're relocating a residence that deserves more than just the basic move, schedule your private consultation today at safeboundluxury.com to experience the difference. It's not just a move, it is the art of moving. Thank you to Safebound Moving and Storage for supporting ESPN West Palm High School Game Day. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. 1st and 20, excuse me. 2 penalties called against Carrollwood Day. One took a touchdown off the board, the other backed him up 5 more yards. McDonald in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right side. Robinson in the backfield gets the handoff up the middle, and a punishing hit in the hole laid down by Adam Balagoon Ali. Stonewalls him for just a 1-yard gain.
That's what this defense does. A lot of guys around the football. Adam comes up from his position at linebacker, sitting at about 5 yards, and puts a lot of pain on any running back that's coming through. Kind of go back to when he did it to Jaden Malloy, the guy that's playing for West Boca on the other side of the state earlier this year.
Apologize, that was actually Gabe Walsh on the hit, the junior linebacker. The 19 and the 10 look similar in the dark of the night here at West Palm. 2nd down and 19. Handoff is not given. Instead, it's a quarterback keeper. McDonald off the left edge, gets chopped down just around the original line of scrimmage. He gets brought down just short of that 19-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and long coming up for Carrollwood Day.
He'll get 6 yards.
You know, Newman historically has played cover 2, so they got 2 guys to cover the half of the secondary. But again, watch down here, Carrollwood Day trying to get that jump ball again, especially here on 3rd down.
When Carrollwood was on 3rd and long in the previous possession, they threw an interception. We'll see if William Hart has a nose for the football or any other member of that Crusader secondary. A sports certified timeout's going to be called here on the broadcast, as that is the end of the 1st quarter. You are watching the 2025 Class 1A state semifinal on ESPN West Palm.
Snowbirds, welcome back. Time to trade your coats and hats for swim trunks and sunscreen. And get your home ready for company. Before the family arrives, make sure your home's water is in top shape. Hard water and hidden minerals can leave spots on dishes, dull your laundry, and dry out your skin. Not exactly festive. Schedule your free water test today before the holiday rush. Culligan will make sure your water is as clear and welcoming as that ocean view. Visit Culligan.com or just say,
"Hey, Culligan man!"
Every family has dreams, a vacation, a new car, or a rainy day fund. With a Boost savings account from Flagler Credit Union, your dreams can become reality. Earn up to 3.0 annual percentage yield with no minimum balance, no monthly fees, and easy access to your funds. Whether you're saving for life's big moments or everyday expenses, a Boost savings account helps you reach your goals faster. Open a Boost savings account today and start boosting your future at Flagler Credit Union. Boost checking is required. Other qualifications apply. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
You're listening to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day, presented by HSS Florida. Choose better, move better, and supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather.
Well, we're coming to your city.
Welcome to the HSS Game of the Week, supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. Big 3rd and long for Carrollwood as we enter the 2nd quarter here. McDonald fires it near side, going to be caught at the 14-yard line, trying to backpedal his way in for an HSS 1st down. It's very close. The initial spot across the field, who has the worst angle, did not give it to him, but the spot that matters is the near side. 4th down, as he's ruled short by 1 yard. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. Line to gain is the 9. And Carrollwood Day is going to go for it. With how many points we've seen in this game already, this is a no-brainer, you got to imagine.
Yeah, you think field goals won't do it, so you know you're bringing your big jumbo package to try to get a 1st down.
Under center, handoff, right side. Antonio breaks into the 2nd level. He's got an HSS 1st down. Antonio Thomas, the sophomore big body back, averages 10 yards a carry in 2025. He's got a 1st and goal for Carrollwood. Inside the 10, inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal. Same set, jumbo set. Everyone's between the tight ends. Fumbled handoff, and now it'll be 2nd and goal from the 12. McDonald turned around and just dropped the ball. His momentum moved the football deeper and deeper into the offensive backfield to dramatically change this goal line possession for Carrollwood Day. It's 2nd down and goal from the 11.
Yeah, so instead of the jumbo package, you bring in your wide receivers because you realize now you probably won't run it in from that far on the field, but you want to try to spread this defense out and give yourselves a better chance.
Timeout called on the field by the Cardinal Newman defense. It's all brought to you by Sports Certified, powered by VitaCost. Of course, that timeout. In sports and in life, how you move matters. So when injuries or pain get in the way, the orthopedic specialists at HSS Florida provide world-class care to get you moving again. From non-surgical and surgical care to personalized rehabilitation, HSS Florida offers the same quality and expertise you would expect from HSS, the world's #1 in orthopedic care. With 2 convenient locations in West Palm Beach and in Wellington, learn more at hss.edu/Florida. Choose better, move better with HSS Florida. 2nd down and goal from the 11. Fumbles like that, Coach. It was not a fumbled snap. It was a kind of a drop, if you want to call it. Is that a nerves type situation?
Well, I think what happened was he tried to hand it to Antonio Thomas, and the ball went off of his arm. And so Thomas had his left arm down. He should have had it up because the ball was going to go into his belly, but he hit the arm, and the ball kind of fluttered away, and he was able to get on it. But now you bring back in your spread package because you're thinking to throw the ball down here near the end zone.
Max is split out wide to the left. To the right side is DJ Williams, quarterback. Miles McDonald in the shotgun. Got Thomas to his right. They fake it to him, throw it right side. Maxey, incomplete. Nice play on the football. You remember that last name going back decades. Aiden Elam, the freshman generation, makes the pass breakup. It's 3rd down and goal from the 11.
Yeah, the Elam family's been doing it for a long time. Abe and, just guys that have played at Newman and also at Dwyer. But again, you put him one-on-one out there as a freshman, you think usually you're going to beat him inside, but he has great technique, get his head around and knock the football out.
It's Elam versus Maxey at the bottom of your screen, left side on an island. McDonald in the shotgun with the big back Antonio Thomas to his right. 2 receivers split out wide to the right side. MJ Jones and DJ Williams. Newman showing pressure. This play's blown dead before it begins, and a flag comes out, hands waved, whistles blow. 3rd down and goal from the 11, and a 5-yard penalty is going to back up the offense of Carrollwood Day. That'll be 3rd down and goal from the 16. Pressure-packed moment here for Carrollwood Day. Newman on top, 14-7 with 10:28 to play in the 2nd quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left side. Thomas in the backfield. They fake it to him. McDonald to the end zone. It is picked off of the direction. There goes Newman. 2nd level across the 50, 40, sidestep, 35, still on his feet. You gotta be kidding me. He's gonna go all the way for a touchdown. You didn't have to hear it from me. Adam Balagoon Ali did it again. 100 yards to the house, and Newman explodes here at Sam Budnick Field. Touchdown Cardinal Newman, 20-7 before the point after is attempted. What a play.
Partner, you remember what I said earlier. It's not the things that the other team does to you, it's what you do to yourself. Again, had an opportunity down there, did Carrollwood Day. They fumbled, had a score on the other end, but they threw it up, and the guy was down the field. So again, those little small things in the game. Adam takes the ball down the field, down the left sideline, makes a couple guys miss, and helps his defense get in the end zone.
For the point after, Parks kicks it up and no good, wide left. There's a flag on the play. It looked like Carrollwood may have gotten a head start on the point after kick block team. See if that is the case as the officials do converse. Adam Balagoon Ali. And there is a penalty called against Carrollwood. They're going to replay that point after and make half the distance to the goal. Watching the replay ourselves on YouTube after that Balagoon Ali pick 6 brought to you by a racetrack. Throw was just ill-advised across the middle. The second interception of the game thrown by Miles McDonald. High snap, good catch made by the holder that time of Newman. Billy Connolly went up to get it, and the backup quarterback saved Newman a full point as the kick is up and good. 21-7 the score with 10:09 to play in the second quarter. Newman on top by 2 touchdowns. Again, Adam Balagoon Ali somehow, some way stayed on his feet where he had to break a tackle at the 40-yard line. Rewatching the play from Miles McDonald, threw it across the middle, went up high. It was a 90-yard interception return for 6. Brought to you by a racetrack as he broke some ankles at the 35-yard line and broke another tackle at the 30. Auburn is getting a good one out of senior linebacker. Plays a little bit of offense and tight end as well. Adam Balagoon Ali, what a play.
Yeah, just understanding where the ball's got to go and come out very quickly. And again, as a linebacker, you're going to read your keys. You got film study. You know what they've done in the past on those long yardage situations. So you just kind of squat there and you're looking at the quarterback. You're reading his eyes, run right underneath it. And all you got to do is catch the football. You've been telling Coach all year long, Coach, I can play running back. Just let me get back there. I've done it twice now. So they got to give him a little burn on that. So, hey, that's a great job defensively by these Crusaders. Way to put some distance in between them and the Patriots.
So Newman once again gets Carrollwood behind the sticks. Squib kick here is just falling on top of at the 26-yard line. Really the 2 biggest plays of the game both came defensively for Cardinal Newman, getting Carrollwood Day behind the sticks, forcing them in a no doubt about it passing situation, and 2 out of the 3 times they've done that, it has been an interception, and the latest of which happened to be a 90-yard pick 6.
Well, think about it this way, too. Carrollwood has hurt themselves because on that fade to the back of the end zone, the left pylon, there was a touchdown there. So you take that off the board because the guy engaged and went down the field. That was a swing. That's what you call a 7-point swing there. Again, could have given you points on the board, but now you've given Newman the life.
Well, Coach, I mean, that's a 14-point swing.
14-point swing.
Yeah, I mean, that took points off the board for Carrollwood and put 7 on the board for Newman. Late arriving Crusaders, Mosley, and the handoff right side, still on his feet, gaining around 5 or 6 yards. Newman had a personnel issue there where defensive back Leslie Mosley jumped onto the field as that ball was being snapped.
Yeah. No, the reason I said 7 is because I was trying to see if you were listening to me, partner. That was that new math.
From a tie ball game pending the point after, a couple of plays later, it's a 14-point lead for Cardinal Newman, 21-7. It was first down and 10, and the penalty is against Newman. It will give a 10-yard penalty against the Crusaders. First and 10, Carrollwood Day from the 32-yard line.
First and 10 for the Patriots at the 32-yard line.
Newman with 3 losses on the season. They lost to Roman Catholic, who came down from Philadelphia to play this game. They also took a loss to Jesuit, where Shuley was not active in that game. He was hobbled. And then he had a loss against Buchholz, who came down from Gainesville in a 4-point loss. That play had no chance. Hart makes the tackle in the backfield. It's second down and 15.
You mentioned those games, a big win against West Boca, but that in the mindset of any coach, I'm battle tested. I played against some of the best. Gainesville Buchholz is still playing tonight. They're trying to go to a state championship. And so you want to say to yourself, have we played some of the best teams? Even though we didn't win all of our games, have we tested ourselves? And I check every box on that for the Crusaders for this year.
Ball at the 34-yard line here in West Palm Beach. 2nd down and 14. McDonald has a heavy ask here, down by 14. He keeps it, runs it up the middle, breaks a tackle, and gets sandwiched across the 45 to the 47, setting up a much more manageable 3rd down and 5 coming up for the offense of Carrollwood Day.
Well, that's what this offense wants to do. They want to get you to spread you vertically, get a guy going out to the flat like he's going to get the football, and then the quarterback takes it up. Same thing Newman did earlier with J-Ron Hughes.
I think the whole playbook might be open here for a run-dependent offense of Carrollwood Day. 3rd down and 5. Line to gain is the 47. Play action pass across the middle is deflected, and it is caught at midfield. 1st and 10 for Carrollwood Day. 1st and 10. It's conversion brought to you by HSS Florida. At midfield is the offense of Carrollwood Day. Throw across the middle of that time as threading the needle was Miles McDonald. Trips right, McDonald in the shotgun. He's got the tall running back wearing 11, Antonio Thomas, to his right. Clock reads 8 minutes to play in this 2nd quarter. Throwing it right side and swallowing up that play down at the 43. A big-time tackle for loss. That time across the field for Cardinal Newman. Looks like William Hart again was blowing up the play in the offensive backfield.
Just coming up being physical at the point of attack. Again, as a defensive back, you're taught to jam that receiver, especially if you see a screen. Jam him back into the receiver, get other guys to rally around. Hart did both on that play, jamming him back and making the play.
Trips left. As McDonald's in the shotgun. He's got Thomas to his right. Four men on the line for Newman. Walking up a 5th. Play action pass, slant route is caught for a gain. Maxey across midfield, Maxey across the 45, and he gets brought down at the 43. And there is an injured Patriot down, halting play before we get this 3rd and 3 coming up for Carrollwood Day. Again, 3rd and 3, line to gain is just short of the 40-yard line. Ball at the 43. And with this sports certified powered by Vitacost timeout called on the field. How about a word from our friends at the FHSAA who want us to let you know that tonight's game on the 2025 FHSAA Class 1A Football Championships, sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida's student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association, you know what they say about them. They're building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship, excuse me. That's the FHSAA. Good for them. Sports certified powered by Vitacost timeout. We'll step away for 30 seconds here on ESPN West Palm. You are watching the 2025 Class 1A State Semi on ESPN West Palm.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
You're listening to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day, presented by HSS Florida. Choose better, move better, and supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather.
Well, we're coming to your city.
Welcome on back. You are watching the 2025 FHSAA Football State Semis from Class 1A on ESPN West Palm. 3rd and 3, hard cadence, hard count, and there's a flinch of the offensive line of Carrollwood, turning a 3rd and 3 into a 3rd and 8. Line to gain is the 40, and they'll now be backed up to the 48.
you know, most of the time the Carrollwood runs a short yardage offense. That's what they want to do, is put that big jumbo package in. They've had a lot of success throughout the year. But again, these guys keep jumping because Newman is bringing extra defenders up near the line of scrimmage, making them a little nervous, I guess, and they're jumping every time.
3rd down and long, 6:20 to play in the second quarter. McDonald in the shotgun. Play action pass across the middle, pass caught too short of the 6. It's an HSS first down and then more across the 30, 25, still going inside the 15 and brought down at the 10-yard line. Catch conversion made by that MJ Jones, the sophomore receiver, gives Carrollwood much needed new life in this drive.
You know, McDonald did a little something different on that play. Instead of staring the receiver down, he looked away from him and he was able to throw it in a small window of opportunity there. Again, missed the tackle defensively. We got to make those tackles coming up.
Inside the 15, it's 1st and 10 for Carrollwood Day, and Sports Certified Marketplace timeout is called. Sports Certified powered by Vitacost. Timeout is called for a water break here on ESPN West Palm on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. We apologize if you just found out about this stream now, but the good news is you can watch it all back in its totality. And what you can also do is to pay it forward by hitting subscribe, liking the stream on YouTube, and sharing it with your friends and family who also should definitely be blessed with an awesome Class 1A state semifinal where both these schools can make history. School history tonight. Neither of Carrollwood Day or Cardinal Newman have played in a state championship game. With a win tonight, one of those schools will be doing just that. So hit subscribe, share the YouTube stream, like the stream, and share it far and wide. Also, if you're joining us on Facebook, you can share the stream there. Leave your comments on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube as well. We want to hear who you're rooting for. Is it Newman? Is it Carrollwood Day? Let us know in the chat. 1st and 10 from the 13. Another pre-snap penalty that halts this 1st and 10 drive. And it will be against the offensive line of Carrollwood Day, backing him up. Stop me if you've heard this before. It's now behind the sticks for the offense of Carrollwood Day, making things very difficult for their junior quarterback, Miles McDonald. 1st and 15, back to the 18, make it the 17-yard line. Jumbo set. It's a handoff. Right side. Thomas finds the edge and just drops the football. It's still on the ground. Newman's got it. A calamitous error from Carrollwood Day. Gift wraps. It's the giving season early. Cardinal Newman takes over on the butterfingers of Carrollwood Day. 1st and 10 Crusaders.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. Again, you're carrying the ball outside. You do a great job of breaking away from the defense, and then all of a sudden you just drop the football. It's not cold, so the ball shouldn't be that slippery. I don't understand.
That was a touchdown.
It was.
Antonio Thomas had the edge. He's got speed, and he had daylight. Personal fouls going to be called against Cardinal Newman in their celebration of the turnover to back them up 15 yards. I'm sure head coach Jack Daniels cannot be thrilled with that, as we are just in the second quarter with 5:44 to play in the first half. When I say not thrilled with that, I'm not talking about the call that was made. I'm talking about the conduct of his own sideline in that matter. So Newman gets backed up deeper into their own territory to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Is it 1st and 10 or is it 1st and 25 when they have those personal foul penalties during the turnover? They will do 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Cardinal Newman takes over on just a slippery fumble turnover from Carrollwood Day. Massive blunder that might have taken 7 points off the scoreboard. Handoff, Donia up the gut, and Donia gets wrapped up in the hole for 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9.
Remember what I said, partner. These games aren't won, they're lost. Again, it's what you do to yourself. It's self-inflicted. Again, all night long, Carrollwood Day has been in position to score, but they've hurt themselves. I mean, I'm sure you're a Newman fan, you're elated about that. But again, they're a good football team, 12-0, but they've made a lot of mental errors tonight, usually indicative of a team that's losing, not a team that's winning.
Officially a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Line against the 21-yard line. Newman got the turnover on the fumble, and they were backed up 15 yards on the personal foul penalty. Hewley's directing traffic in the shotgun. He's got a bunch of receivers to the right side. They fake it inside, throw it outside. Mosley on the catch, and he jumps out of one tackle, but eventually the turf monster brought him down for a couple of yards gain. It'll be a 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 7 coming up for Cardinal Newman. The Crusaders on top of this one, 21-7 with 4:33 to play in the first half.
I got to come back to that play if I'm Newman, because he was open, and he straightens up, he's going to go to the end zone. There's nobody out there to defend him. He just happened to slip there at the last moment.
Future Mountaineer quarterback Hewley in the shotgun. Empty set, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. Make it 3 receivers to the left, pardon me, as also a slot man out there for Newman is Ethan Holland, the senior pass catcher. And there's a timeout going to be called on the field, brought to you by Sports Certified, powered by Vitacost. I hope you've heard the news that the Boca Raton Bowl has a brand new name. It is the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans. Get ready for it. It's kicking off Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. Eastern Time from FAU's Flagler Credit Union Stadium, live on ESPN and on ESPN 106.3 FM. You are not going to want to miss it. Tickets go on sale on December 7th. We're going to find out who's playing in that prestigious bowl game on Sunday. It is Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at Flagler Credit Union Stadium on the beautiful campus of FAU. BocaRatonBowl.com for more information. Pre-sale info is right there. You can't miss it. Again, tickets go on sale December 7th, and we'll find out who's playing in that game on Sunday. 3rd and 7 for Cardinal Newman. Hewley, empty set, same formation, trips left, 2 receivers to the right, ball on the right hash, quick pass, right side, deflected up in the air, it's caught by Mosley, what a play! Mosley off the races, he's got a couple men to beat across the 50, 45, 40, and there goes Leslie Mosley, he's going all the way for a touchdown! Oh man, playing hot potato, but Leslie Mosley pulls it down and brings it all the way for 6. Touchdown, Cardinal Newman. 86 yards. Brought to you by Racetrack.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good. Ball bounces up in the air, and Mobley has the mindset to find the football, and all that traffic catches the football and runs away from everybody. You expected that because of his speed.
How often do you see the tip drill work out for the offense?
Yeah, you're right.
But Mosley, as you mentioned, not only recovered the football in the air, found it, but had the presence of mind to try to get the first down. Scratch that, get the first down, and, score with that track speed. The point after is up and good, and Cardinal Newman's on top 28-7 with 3:47 to play in the first half. After the opening kickoff, it's been 28 straight points from West Palm Beach's very own Cardinal Newman Crusaders. Before they kick this one off, did you know Smith Ball Buyers and Prather Florida Injury Lawyers are proud to be the presenting sponsor of High School Game Day on ESPN 106.3. If you or someone you know has been in a car accident, you can call now for a free consultation. The sooner you call, the sooner the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather can start putting their extensive experiences and resources to work for you. You do not pay anything unless they make a recovery for you. That's right. You can call right now at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices are conveniently located in Palm Beach Gardens, up the road, down the road in Boca Raton, and back up the road in Port St. Lucie. Thank you to Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather for helping support ESPN West Palm High School Game Day. Parks will kick a low line drive. They do not want another explosive return like we had to start the game. It's returnable from the 25-yard line. Not much momentum there. Cardinal Newman makes a much-needed adjustment special teams-wise, and it's definitely helping them as Carrollwood Day will start on their own 30-yard line instead of in plus territory or no offensive drive entirely because of a kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah, good adjustment there by the Crusaders, understanding the situation where Carrollwood Day, they do a great job of returning the football. So take that element away, that special teams element away. Now you get back on your defense, try to get another interception, some fumbles, get the football back for your offense, and try to find a way to get more points before the end of the half.
Thank you to all 500 plus watching live on YouTube at ESPN West Palm. Hit subscribe. Thank you for supporting ESPN West Palm High School Game Day. Trips right, McDonald fakes the handoff, takes it himself. The mobile quarterback slips and falls at the 30-yard line, only gains 1 yard when he really had a lot more meat on that bone. We've seen the turf monster kind of get Carrollwood a couple times in this game already. It's one of those what can go wrong is going wrong outside of the opening kickoff.
Yeah, everything has gone wrong for them because, again, that's self-inflicted injuries. You're out here tonight. You're in the state semifinal. I realize it's the first time you've been here, but they've hurt themselves a lot. Tonight have the Patriots. Newman has done a lot defensively to stop them, but they've hurt themselves even more.
2nd down and 9. Line of gains the 40. They're on the 31-yard line is Carrollwood Day. Trips right. It's a handoff up the middle. Robinson on the carry, and Robinson gets bottled up short of the 35. He gains 3. It's 3rd down and 6 coming up for Carrollwood Day's offense.
What's difficult about that is Newman knows that you've got to pass the ball at some point. So I'm going to run blitz in the early downs, force you into a long yardage situation, and hopefully my guys stare down. He stares down the quarterback, the wide receiver again, and we pick it off and go the other way.
Carrollwood Day with the football on 3rd and 6. Looking for a much-needed conversion here. McDonald in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Lefty throws it near side. Going to be caught by Maxey at the sticks. It's an HSS first down as he drags a tackler forward to the 45. Message from FHSAA. Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship, respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, and play fair. The message provided by the ESPN West Palm and FHSAA. 1st and 10 from the 34. Near side, Maxey makes the catch. Acrobatic across the 50. Gets hit out of bounds hard that time. Cross midfield inside the 45-yard line. The hit was delivered by Khalil Gabad.
You know, Max is that guy that took back the opening kickoff, and that's why they're putting him out here one-on-one, because he's a physical receiver. He can also run by guys, as you saw on that opening kickoff. So that's why you spread him out one-on-one. You hope guy comes up, misses the tackle, and he can turn the field and go up for a touchdown.
Clock running, 1:45 to play in the first half. McDonald takes a snap, and on the mesh, keeps it himself up the middle. Miles McDonald runs into his own blocker, gets an HSS first down, and down to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, knocking on the door of the red zone is Carrollwood Day. Clock stops for the time being to spot the football. Clock reading 1:36 to play in the first half. McDonald in the shotgun. Maxey to the left side, split out wide. They handed the ball up the middle to Robinson. Robinson gets hard in the hole, but gains 3 yards before he goes down. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Clock's rolling under 1:20 to play in the first half. Ball will be snapped when there's under 1:10 to play in the first half. You got to imagine the Patriots of Carrollwood Day need 6 here. 2 receivers right. Maxey split out wide to the left side. Robinson to the backfield. Fake the handoff, throwing it right side, deflected and incomplete. It went right through the hands of his intended receiver as DJ Williams had a catch and a touchdown if he made the play, but was unable to haul it in. McDonald put it right across his arms with a little bit of mustard on it. 3rd down and 7 coming up for Carrollwood Day.
Well, that happened, partner, because the Newman defender, I'm sorry I didn't see him, but a Newman defender got in the path of the football, and so the receiver couldn't see it the last moment. I think he might have deflected that football. But again, what happens is McDonald is staring his receivers down. He's looking instead of waiting for them to come through the second window. He's throwing in that first window. Newman's jumping it as defensive backs and linebackers, and they realize it's coming.
They reset the clock and correct it to 1 minute and 1 second to play in the first half. 3rd down and 7 coming up. McDonald in the shotgun. Looks near side, throws it. It is deflected and incomplete. Coming up, safety help was Khalil Gabad. He deflected that football. The ball was a little bit too tall, whether or not it was deflected for intended receiver Brooklyn Maxey. It is now 4th down and 7 for Carrollwood Day. 56 seconds remaining in the first half. And they have their offense on the field. No doubt about it. Go for it territory. Despite it just being the first half, Newman has just poured it on. Impact play defensively leading to offensive home runs. Carrollwood trying to stop the bleeding. McDonald drops back to pass on 4th and 7. Fires it far sideline. Incomplete and turnover on downs. The pass led intended target DJ Williams just a little bit too far, and it's an incomplete pass. Newman takes over, and they've got the football with 51 seconds remaining in the first half. Newman's got 1 timeout remaining, so they can make something happen here offensively.
If I'm the Crusaders, I'm going to put pressure on them. I'm going to throw the ball down the field. I'm going to force them to defend my receivers. Again, like you said, we've got 1 timeout. The middle of the field is going to be wide open, so try to find somebody across the middle on a curl route, and hopefully they can run away from a tackler.
Update from the West Boca Armwood game. West Boca on top 7-0. Those are the first points allowed by their opposition this entire playoff run. We are looking to get as many Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast teams to FIU Stadium as possible in the FHSAA state playoffs. Semifinal Friday. Can't get better than this. Newman on offense with a hard count and just flying across the line, prompted by Hewley's cadence, is the defensive line of Carrollwood Day. How about a free 5 yards to kickstart your drive? So it'll be 1st and 5 to start the drive for Cardinal Newman. 51 seconds on the clock, and Newman once again has 1 timeout to work with here. They're starting with the football on their own 33-yard line. Parks has only attempted 1 field goal on the year. It was a 27-yarder. Hewley, direct quarterback power run right side, and he will get staying on his feet, breaking like 3 or 4 tacklers to gain a couple of yards. The clock will wind, and a timeout's called by the timeout was called by the official. He kind of pointed at himself after blowing the whistles. So it'll be 2nd down and 2, and they will spot the football at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, I'm thinking throw it down the field. They're running it to the right side, trying to get to the sideline. But Hewley has to realize once you've gotten all you can, get out of bounds. Don't put yourself in a position where you can get a big hit.
Clock restarts. It's rolling under 30 seconds. Newman not really putting pedal to the metal here, as they will not snap this football until we are under 15 seconds. Still standing straight up is Jaron Hewley, as Newman not pressing the issue, not giving the Carrollwood defense a chance to make a turnover, explosive play, and surrender all the momentum the Crusaders have had gathered here in the first half. And they will let this clock roll down. Last play of the half, Donia, carry, right side, Phoenix right side, still on his feet, down the sideline, and he's out of bounds inside the 45 seconds. That will be the final play of the first half. The Cardinal Newman Crusaders explode for 28 straight points after down 7-0 on a kickoff return for a touchdown by Carrollwood Day. We will go to the Safebound Moving and Storage halftime break, during which we will give you the interview of Theo Dorsey speaking with the Miami Hurricanes head coach Mario Cristobal, who joined him earlier this week. That is coming up right next on ESPN West Palm on YouTube and on the ESPN South Florida app. Again, that is Theo Dorsey speaking with Miami Hurricanes head coach Mario Cristobal. Halftime, 28-7, Newman on top in the Class 1A state semifinal.
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
During football season, keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today, kick off your game day comfort, and don't sweat the small stuff.
You're listening to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day, presented by HSS Florida. Choose better, move better, and supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather.
Well, we're coming to your city.
We played, and we won. So we won the game on the field, like live football. So that's really important to us. It's critical to the integrity of the game that never leaves us. And the best part about it is, like, we got up to number 2 in the country. We're playing significantly better now than we did then.
A great National Signing Day from the Miami Hurricanes. Joining us now on Theoretically Speaking in the happy hour is none other than Mario Cristobal, head coach of the Miami Hurricanes. And Coach Cristobal, good to see you. Great season so far, and it's good to be able to do this virtually here instead of in Charlotte as we usually do at ACC Kickoff.
Amen, man. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Thanks for joining us here. And first off, before we get into all the playoff stuff, I want to take some time to talk about the great National Signing Day that you guys just ended up commencing. I know early signing period's still going on, but number 8 class, and most importantly for us here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast, you got the number 1 player from the ESPN Top 63, Javian Mallory out of West Boca, the running back who was so good his whole high school career. He actually got Player of the Year in this area, the Lou Groza Player of the Year, his sophomore season. What is it going to mean to the future of the Canes to bring a guy in like Javian Mallory, who's an absolute dog at that position?
No doubt. He is that dog, and he's an impact guy. We expect him to have an impact right away. Just, besides being a great football player, he's a great person, and his work ethic is off the charts, man. He's what you want. He's what Miami has always had at running back. Big, strong, powerful, great vision, great hands, great out of the backfield, great in pass protection. And with the offensive line that we have, I think he's going to have a very enjoyable and a very successful career here at Miami.
How when you because obviously you've done a great job recruiting since you've gotten to Coral Gables. You've brought in some legendary dudes. You got Ruben Bain, who is the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. You got Baby Jesus, Malachi Toney, who's the ACC Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. How soon into when Malachi Toney stepped foot on the Canes campus did you realize he could have this level of impact this first year? 84 catches, like 900 yards or so, and I'm not even counting the passing stats.
I mean, you felt good about it. I don't know, to this level, right? This level is pretty unique for anybody, especially University of Miami. But, I mean, when you watched him in high school, you knew he had some special talents. When he was here in the spring and those things started showing up, it's like, hey, I wonder if this will carry into the summer and in the fall camp. And, of course, will it show up in game 1? And game 1, boom, right away, right? Starts us off with that touchdown that he just hasn't slowed down since as opposed to that, he's actually sped up his game. Like, he's become a wildcat guy. He's become a true quarterback. He's become a running back, a receiver. You name it, he's doing it. So maybe we'll put him up there with the bigs and do some pass blocking as well.
Well, you got some pretty good guys in the trenches already. And you brought up game 1. I thought game 1 didn't count. I thought game 1 didn't matter. What happened game 1? What was that? We always talk about in football is won and lost on the football field. And we had the opportunity to actually move game 1 to a Sunday night so that the entire country could watch. It was 10.8 million people watched that day and 70,000 in person. And certainly a great victory for us over Notre Dame right here in front of our people. For you, and really just for college football as a whole, I know we want to bring analytics into things. I know that having a selection committee instead of computers can help bring good judgment into this. But how derailing would it be, you think, to college football as a whole if we start ranking these numbers, these strength of record, strength of schedule stuff, if we start ranking those things over an actual result that we saw with our own eyes on the football field? Because I was taught that was the purpose of this whole thing.
No, I'm with you. I think numbers and analytics are always helpful, but I think they are reserved for cases when teams don't have the same record or haven't played each other. Luckily for us, in our case, We're looking at two teams with the same record. We're looking at two teams that have common opponents, of which, I credit to our guys and credit to them too. Notre Dame having a good season, but credit to our guys for doing a better job against those common opponents. And then again, we played and we won. So we won the game on the field, like live football. So that's really important to us. It's critical to the integrity of the game that never leaves us. And the best part about it is, like, we got up to number 2 in the country. We're playing significantly better now than we did then, So as it relates to our resume right now is screaming of a team that's peaking and hitting its stride at the most important time in November, where we outscored our opponents 150, something like 40, and every single metric as it relates to offense, defense, and special teams is top 5. So we're excited about our opportunity.
How are you? I know what your message has been publicly to the media, publicly, about y'all's resume and how it compares to others. But what has your message been internally to the football team, which, since you're not going to be in Charlotte, you're wondering, is that next game we play going to be in the 12-team playoff, or is it a bowl game? Like, how are you continuing to coach them, keep them motivated through all of this noise that's happening with Miami right now?
Well, we do what we always do. We keep training, right? You always stay ready, and that's part of our process as it is. But you're always open, honest, and transparent. And, we were asked to be more consistent, and we have done what we were supposed to do, okay? And we've done it in convincing fashion. I think it's awesome that our guys had the opportunity to do so. And now when you look at the metrics, they're identical, but the other results are not. They're heavily in our favor. So we've done what we're supposed to do. We're going to keep doing what we're supposed to do. Await the final decisions and go from there.
I have to ask you, because there was reported today that apparently Vanderbilt was reaching out to schools, reportedly potentially Miami, about trying to schedule a game this weekend to give another data point to the 12-team playoff selection committee. Did that message ever reach you, and is that something that Miami ever considered?
I've never received a call from Vanderbilt or any school about playing. So I don't know if there was a call to anybody else. I'll certainly find out for you if you want me to. But certainly I did not receive a call, a text message, or an email about playing Vanderbilt.
Is that even something you would consider at this point? Because I have to feel like, the Canes in your program and your team, you feel like you've already proven what you needed to prove on the field to be a top 12 team in the nation. Like, is that something that ever even crossed your mind of trying to schedule a game since you won't be in Charlotte?
Well, I think that anything that carries the weight of an actual head-to-head game as game one, right? The game that we played head-to-head and won. Anything that carries that kind of weight, I think any team in the country would consider if there was a legitimate format and planning and whatnot. But I also think that, there's a reason they scheduled our game with Notre Dame first in front of the entire country to watch on a Sunday, so that we can so that could have a lasting impact, a real impact. And so it was clear as to, what the results of that game would be. And again, hats off to them. Certainly a really good football team, and hats off to our players for winning and getting the job done.
Head coach of the Cane, Mario Cristobal, joining us here on Theoretically Speaking. We're talking a little National Signing Day, talking about the great team already on board for the Canes, but also, of course, the situation they're in as they're 10-2, and we await the final rankings of the 12-team playoff following championship weekend. Coach Cristobal, I'm curious on your behalf, has there been any argument that you've heard? I know that there's a lot of people that are arguing in good faith. There are some disingenuous conversations happening as well. Is there any argument, because you've given your credit to Notre Dame, that you've heard that makes you think, okay, well, yeah, maybe they are a better or different team today? Because I haven't, and I'm curious if you have.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing in reality, and I think that we have to keep football in reality, right? On-field results, especially when you have a head-to-head opportunity. I don't think we should ever drag football into the world of hypotheticals, if that makes sense. Right? If this, if that, if we would have done this, if we could have done that, but now. You can't schedule a game every single day. You have to schedule them from the end of August up until now, right? And with that opportunity, we certainly made the most of it. And again, I think when you look at, again, with 4 common opponents and some pretty significant differences in the results of those games at certain parts and times of those games as well, I think it keeps us operating and presenting information that is real and transparent, stuff that actually happened, and keeps us away from. I don't want to ever bring the hypothetical world into, like, we don't hypothetically work out in the morning. We don't hypothetically train. We don't say, hey, if we would have won this or that. And quite honestly, I really appreciate being on your show, but I would decline being on your show if we were 10-2 and had not won that game. You know what I mean? I just want to be honest. I wouldn't bring that argument to you because I think that would, in a way, that wouldn't protect the integrity of the game of football. So that's why I appreciate being on here, because we could talk about it openly, transparently, and present results. Because again, the committee has a big job. Our job is to provide them with everything. They have just about everything, and let them be able to. Because you know what we've done so far, as far as the history of the CFP. Never once has two teams with the same record that have played head-to-head. Never once has a losing team gone into the field to play and the winner been held out of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And our metrics are identical as opposed to some of the other schools, actually some of the teams that are being ranked right now, that the head-to-head has already been valued, right? And
Texas and Vanderbilt is.
So those things I think will all are coming to light, and but I always respectfully present that because, number one, that's the way I was raised, right? You never come across as arrogant and bragging. We're very proud of what we've done. We feel we are best and most deserving, and we want to just keep presenting the facts.
How does it make you feel, though, that at this point in the season, y'all have done a great job of playing, you've done a great job of coaching and recruiting? What is the feeling that overcomes you, the fact that we do have to be having this conversation right now, the fact that you do have to look at Notre Dame's resume and actually be dissecting out the fact that, hey, maybe they look a little better because they're not playing us in Texas A&M? Like, is that at all frustrating for you as a coach that we even have to have these conversations?
It's not. I don't judge. I don't. I go to the facts because that's important for me to know. At the end of the day, I'm always going to come forth with what I believe in. And so I dive deep into things. I dive deep into the fact that, that their resume building took place with, 10 games where 2 were against group of 5 teams, and 6 of the 8 had defenses that were ranked anywhere from, I think, 105 to 127. There's 136 teams, right, in Division I football. So I credit them with accomplishments, but I also like to compare what we've done. And I think that speaks for itself. And not to mention, if you take our metrics and what we've done over the last several weeks, I mean, everything, passing offense, total defense, sacks against, we're top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 7 in the most important offensive, defensive, and special teams metrics. So we stand on it, man. We did it, and just presenting it.
What I love most about that is when you talk about those metrics and the way that the Canes have played, it does feel like the ceiling is actually high if the selection committee gets their things right and sorts this thing out the way in which the Canes will be in the 12-team playoff. How high do you feel the ceilings are? If y'all enter the dance, do you have, is national championship a realistic expectation for y'all?
Absolutely it is. It always is. Since the day we got here, even when we had zero talent, we had to go to work. I mean, I almost had to take snaps out there, when I got here. It was quite the build, but that's when we came to Miami. I played here at Miami. My whole life almost my entire existence has been dedicated to the University of Miami. And right now we're playing our best football, and there's a lot of great teams in the field. And we certainly, the way that we're playing right now, we'd be really, really hard to beat. And we're getting healthy at the right time as well while we're playing our best football. But I stand on that. We're playing better football now than when we were ranked number 2 in the country. And that's the right time to get hot as we enter this time of the year.
Just a couple more for you as Mario Cristobal, head coach of the Canes, joins us here on Theoretically Speaking. We're not hypothetically speaking here. We're theoretically speaking because that's the way we do it on ESPN 106.3. A couple more for you. I want to talk about – you like that. I want to talk about the ACC conference as a whole. I don't want to get into the minutia of all of the 5-team tiebreaker, the way in which we ended with Virginia and Duke. But is it clear to you that there does need to be a change in structure of the tiebreaker system if this is the results of this season?
Yeah, I couldn't explain to you how it ended or how it got to that, but
I still don't get it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's I think you just go right to it needs work. The processes need work, and it'll be worked on. But as far as that's really all I can comment on that.
I got you, and clearly that's something that is likely going to be in the works. And then I wanted to spin it forward just right back before we let you get back to being hard at work for the Canes. Wanted to spin it forward back to the where we're at right now, early signing period. We just wrapped up National Signing Day. You have an extremely strong class here coming in with the number 8 class per most of the rankings. I'm just curious, as now you have many data points here at Miami, how much are you weighing these recruiting classes? Because we know national championship contenders are built on a foundation with a recruiting class, but then you also fill in some of those gaps in the transfer portal. How has your strategy changed between which you prioritize over getting good high school recruits in the house as well as backfilling the roster in the transfer portal?
Yeah, I think it's directly proportional to your development. Now that this is actually our 4th full cycle. So now we have from freshmen to seniors, it'll be the guys that we've recruited. When we got here at the beginning of 22, we had like a day and a half to sign a few guys. And we were lucky we hit on about 6-8 guys that are still playing great football for us. But like Ruben Bain, Francis, that's our first class. They're true juniors. That's scary because they're playing really good football, and our roster is starting to fill up with guys like that. So we feel that now, number one, you have to accelerate development because you have to play guys earlier because teams are becoming younger. There's only one portal window. You got to get it right or you don't get anything extra at all. There's no other way to fix your roster at the end. So from a portal standpoint, I mean, we've taken the right guys. It's not like we've taken any more than most of the rest of the teams in the country. But the numbers should now get smaller and smaller as the years go on, unless there's some type of crazy injury or, something we don't ever foresee any type of exodus. We do right by people here. They have a great team. They have a great education, a great experience. So that's we always look for ways to improve our program, but it doesn't matter if it's a portal, overseas, Canada, junior college. I mean, name it, across the world, different planet. We're going to go find the most talented and upstanding citizens to come and be Miami Hurricanes.
Well, that's exactly what Canes fans around the nation, and specifically here in South Florida, want to hear. And hopefully they hear the magic words again on Tuesday night from a different voice that has a lot to do with the Canes' future. But we appreciate you taking out time to join us here on Theoretically Speaking, Coach, and good luck with the rest of the season, wherever that takes y'all.
Okay, I appreciate you having me, and go Canes.
There it is. Mario Cristobal joining us there on the Baptist Health Hotline. He stuck to what he's been saying the whole time. He's not downgrading anybody else's resume, but he's speaking to the fact that the Canes did what we consider most important in college football, in professional football, hell, in youth league football, and that is win the football game against the team that they're being compared to. He also did confirm, CCAT, no call.
Yeah.
No call from Vandy is being reported by a couple of people right now.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $849 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Snowbirds, welcome back. Time to trade your coats and hats for swim trunks and sunscreen. And get your home ready for company. Before the family arrives, make sure your home's water is in top shape. Hard water and hidden minerals can leave spots on dishes, dull your laundry, and dry out your skin. Not exactly festive. Schedule your free water test today before the holiday rush. Culligan will make sure your water is as clear and welcoming as that ocean view. Visit Culligan.com or just say,
Hey, Culligan!
You're listening to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day, presented by HSS Florida. Choose better, move better, and supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather.
Well, we're coming to your city.
Welcome back to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day. It's the HSS Game of the Week. We're on the road, just down the road from our ESPN West Palm headquarters in downtown West Palm Beach. We are at Cardinal Newman High School. That is Sam Budnick Field. And the Cardinal Newman Crusaders are on top big in this one at halftime, 28-7 over Carrollwood Day School. And the FHSAA is now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Tweet us, like us, tag us on your social platforms by searching for FHSAA. Keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. Be a fan of it all by following us on social media, FHSAA. We're on YouTube, ESPN West Palm, streaming this game live. Thank you to everyone who is tuned in for this Class 1A state semifinal win, and you are in the state championship game at Pitt Bowl Stadium next weekend. My name's Christian Catt on the call, alongside the coach Jimmy Bell. Newman really had everything both bounce their way in terms of luck and fortune, but they played one heck of a first half anyway.
They did. Again, you have to catch the ball as a linebacker, as a receiver if it goes in the air, and they did all of those things. Yes, some things did go their way, but they took advantage of those opportunities when they had a chance. And you got to check every box if you're Cardinal Newman in the first half because you did everything correctly. The one advantage Newman has tonight, we didn't talk about earlier, is Jack Daniels having 2 state championships. He understands this weekend what it's about, the environment, and what goes into this. And I think that's a huge advantage for Cardinal Newman.
That's an advantage, and having talent that is playing at the Power 4 next level is an advantage. James Madison University signee Phoenix Donia. West Virginia University signee Jaron Hewley. Charney also signed to play at Syracuse. Adam Balagoon Ali, who had that 90-yard pick 6 in the first half, signed to Auburn. National Signing Day on a Wednesday, we saw this town on display in their suits and ties at the table, sporting also their future university uniforms, and we're seeing it on display here tonight. It's a returnable from the 5-yard line. Newman starts the half of the football. Sumter on the return, and Sumter gets brought down short of the 30-yard line. Cardinal Newman has the football. Cardinal Newman has the 28-7 lead over Carrollwood Day. Carrollwood has never played in a state semifinal game before. Cardinal Newman has never played in a state championship game before. Here on ESPN West Palm on YouTube, hit subscribe, hit like, let us know what you're thinking about the game in the chat. Support your school. We love to hear from you on YouTube, and share that stream while you're at it so that your friends and family get a chance to see history made tonight. Future Mountaineer Jaron Hewley in the shotgun, with Bulldog to his left in more ways than one. Phoenix Donia. Mosley in motion behind the quarterback and running back. It's a handoff to Donia up the middle, who gets ripped down for a 3-yard gain on first down. It's 2nd and 7 coming up for the Crusader offense.
Well, if you're Newman, you got to put pressure on this Carrollwood football team because they're going to try to mount a comeback here in the second half, pulling the football out, doing whatever they can to try to get the ball. You got to be able to put the ball high and tight as a receiver or running back, hold on to the ball, and try to get as many points you can here in the second half.
21-point lead for Cardinal Newman. First drive of the third quarter on ESPN West Palm on YouTube, ESPN West Palm on Facebook, and ESPN Top 63 on X. Hewley in the shotgun. He's got a receiver to the right and Kirkpatrick to the left. Now Hewley running it inside. Jaron Hewley's going to track speed. Jaron Hewley's up to the races, and Hewley will go all the way. 67 yards. Touchdown, Cardinal Newman. It's all brought to you by a racetrack, and Jaron Hewley showed off his wheels, making Sam Budnick Field his personal racetrack.
Nothing but pressure. Again, you have a quarterback that can give it to a running back. He's going to read it. If the defensive guy goes toward the running back, he's just going to keep it. That's what he did on that play. Great job of Hewley reading that play, and that's why he's going to the next level of play.
What a play by the dual-threat quarterback signed to play in the Big 12 next year, Jaron Hewley. A point after attempt by Parks. Snap, hold, kick is low. Flat. Oh, pardon me, no good. I saw a headlight in the road behind the field. Thought it was a penalty flag, but that's not the case. The point after is up and no good. Got a hand on it, did the Patriots. 34-7. Cardinal Newman starts the third quarter the way they really played the entirety of the first half. Explosive plays on offense, and now we'll see their defense for the first time in this third quarter. Cardinal Newman up big here at Sam Budnick Field. And for the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including the results of all rounds of the 2025 FHS AA Football Championships, visit FHSAA.com, the official website of Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.com. You can catch live on-demand postseason coverage of Florida high school sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com, brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA, and the unofficial online network of Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast High School Athletics is right here. ESPN West Palm, the best and most thorough coverage of high school sports across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at ESPN Top 63. Follow us on Facebook, ESPN West Palm. You do not want to miss the continued coverage we have for our area schools going into next week. If this score does hold true, we will be covering Cardinal Newman in a state championship game next week. But first things first, there is still 13 minutes of game clock to juice down for Newman to hold on to the lead. It's a squib kick and eventually return past the 35-yard line. Carrollwood Day will have some pretty good field position to try to crawl and kickstart a comeback here at Sam Budnick Field. 34-7, Newman on top with 1 minute and 9 seconds elapsed in the second half.
Well, the good thing about it for the Crusaders, they can take some chance here defensively because they're ahead. Again, they're not going to score 34 points at one time. So you just take some chance defensively, try to put them in long yardage situations, send a lot of guys toward these running backs and the quarterback and try to get the ball out of his hand very quickly.
1st and 10, Carrollwood Day from the 37-yard line. McDonald has had a rough go of it so far today. 2 interceptions, one was returned for a touchdown. Throwing it right side, it's caught across the 40-yard line. And by the sideline, the tackle is eventually made by Adam Balagoon Ali, and a flag does come out. The sideline is so far away and it's not very well lit, so we can't really see whether the ball carrier was out of bounds or not. Ali tossed the ball carrier out of bounds or to the ground. He might have been out of bounds, which is why the personal foul will be against the Cardinal Newman Crusaders. That's 15 yards, jump starting this drive of Carrollwood Day. Into plus territory they go, all the way up inside the 45 to the 42. 1st and 10.
You know, I'm Jack Daniels. I'm saying to my guys, listen, we got a large lead here, but you got to play smart football because one play could cost you to be out next week in the state championship game.
Hand off of the middle. Robinson gains a chunk of 7 yards on 1st and 10 to set up 2nd and 3. And Newman is in this game shorthanded due to a personal foul penalty last week where their linebacker core is not fully suited. Throwing it near side, it's going to be caught at the 31-yard line, bouncing it outside. Nice play by DJ Williams. As he gets past the 20-yard line, rather actually marking him out of bounds at the 22. 1st and 10, it's an HSS first down for Carrollwood Day.
You know, partner, I was talking to you earlier in the broadcast about the quarterback from Carrollwood Day. He kind of winds up as he throws the football, and so you watch Newman's defenders, linebackers and quarterbacks, they're trying to jump that throw every time.
Ball at the 22, 1st and 10. Quarterback run, McDonald pulls it out of his running back's belly and runs it forward for a big gain on 1st down. Looks like he may have gotten the full 10 yards. They'll mark him 1 yard short. 2nd down and 1 from the 13. McDonald in the shotgun. Another handoff up the middle. Robinson going backwards. The interior defensive line of Cardinal Newman shut the door immediately. Samuel Ludort on the stop for loss of 1 or 2 yards. 3rd down and 3 coming up.
That's just pride defensively. Don't give up anything. Don't assume that because they get that close they can score. You've stopped them a couple times tonight. Have the Crusaders keep playing defense at that level. Hey, if they're going to score, let them take 8-9 minutes off the clock before they score.
3rd down and 3 from the 15. 9:25 to play in the 3rd quarter. Jumbo set, 2 fullbacks and a running back. Handoff, Thomas up the middle. Thomas gets stonewalled. He might have gotten towards the line to gain. It's very close. 4th down, they get the stop. 4th down in inches. Thomas is the guy you want with the football normally for Carrollwood Day, but Antonio Thomas also fumbled the football when he had a touchdown waiting for him. Going for it. Handoff. Thomas running it left side, and he gets the line to gain. Brings the football to the 10-yard line. It is now first down and goal from the 10.
You know, I'm not sure if it's correct, but Thomas is listed as 6'3", 235 pounds. So you're right. He's the guy you want with the football in these short yardage situations. But the beauty of it is for Newman, they're taking a lot of time on this drive.
Similar formation. Thomas carry up the middle this time, bouncing off tacklers, and he gets inside the 3-yard line. Second and goal for Carrollwood Day. 8:30 to play in the third quarter. Cardinal Newman 34, Carrollwood Day 7. And most successful drive of the game so far for Carrollwood Day. More jumbo set. Thomas, the carry. Thomas, the touchdown, brought to you by Racetrack. Carrollwood Day with their first offensive touchdown of the game, and that'll make the score 34-13. Newman on top, but Carrollwood Day with something to be happy about and something to build on here with plenty of time left in this game. It is Florida high school football. No score is safe, especially when you consider turnovers and explosive playmakers on offense like Carrollwood does have of the name of Brooklyn Maxey, DJ Williams, and the aforementioned Antonio Thomas. Here's the point after attempt. Snap, hold, kick is low, and it's going to be no good. Blocked, and they got deflected at the line. Cardinal Newman blocked an extra point, if I recall correctly, at the end of the West Boca game that ended up being a deciding factor that pushed that game to overtime. And Newman ended up beating West Boca in that overtime matchup. So they are not a team to take those plays for granted. Everything, pedal to the metal, 100%. 8:15 to play in the third quarter. Crusaders 34, Patriots 13 on ESPN West Palm on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us here on ESPN West Palm. It is your go-to source for high school athletics across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. And before we kick this ball off, the Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate partners who help make the FHSAA Football Championships possible. Team IP, the official merchandising company of the FHSAA, Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Max Preps, official scores and statistics of the FHSAA, GoFan, official online ticketed provider of the FHSAA, Herf Jones, the official championship ring partner of the FHSAA, the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA, and Wilson, the provider of the official game ball for the 2025 FHSAA Football Championships. Newman getting the football back. It's a chipper that's returnable, but bring down immediately is the return man at the 39-yard line. Thomas said, let's not put myself in a compromising position. Let's get the football in Jaron Hewley and Phoenix Donia's hands with some good field position at the 39-yard line. He chose to take a knee at the 39, and that's where the Newman offense will start.
Well, that's playing within the framework of your football team, not trying to do too much. You try to run that ball in there and you fumble. Now it's a different ball game here with 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go. So, again, smart play there, going down to the ground. Newman has everything under control. All they got to do now is not hurt themselves, and they can go on to next week, next Wednesday, I believe it is, for a state championship game.
Expect a heavy dose of the ground game for Cardinal Newman. Not only because they hold a big lead of 3 touchdowns, because that is where it all begins. The duo of mobile quarterback Jaron Hewley and punishing running back Donia. It's Donia on the touch. Up the middle. Donia stiff arms 2 guys, trucks the third, gets past the 45-yard line, and gains 6. Make it gaining 8 yards on first down. 2nd and 2 coming up. Line to gain is the 49.
Those type of runs just break the will of a defense. Again, you know what the order is. If you're Carrollwood Day, you got to stop them offensively, but you can't if you give up 8 yards per touch. So again, if I'm Newman, I'm keeping the ball on the ground. Every now and then I'm going to pull it out and throw it when they don't expect me to throw it. And most important, I want to keep the ball running.
7:35 to play in this third quarter. Hewley takes a snap, play action pass. Mosley caught it at the 45. Mosley stretches forward and gains 1 of the 2 required yards to move the chains. It'll be 3rd down and 1 from the 47-yard line. Make it the 48. Line to gain the 49. Hewley in the shotgun with a hard count. A flinch from the defensive line, but they didn't get into the neutral zone, triggering Cardinal Newman to start the play. So reset, two-back set, Sumter and Donia flanking quarterback Hewley. Timeout's going to be called, brought to you by Sports Certified, powered by Vitacost, by Cardinal Newman, before this 3rd down and 1 comes up on ESPN West Palm on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us here on ESPN West Palm. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet. We would really appreciate that, and you would benefit for continued coverage of these FHSAA Class 1A State Semifinal. The other side of the bracket is Chaminade Madonna versus Trinity Christian Academy. That game is going on as we speak, of course. It kicked off at 6:30, and the winner of this game will match up with the winner of that game. And while we have a break in the action once again, for the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including the results of all rounds of the 2025 FHSAA Football Championships, visit FHSAA.com, the official website of Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of Florida high school sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com. Brought to you by NFHS Network, official online partner of the FHSAA. 3rd and 1, Newman with the football. Carry, Donia, right tackle, gets the HSS first down. Across midfield he goes. Needed 1. How about you feed him 4? Hard-earned Phoenix Donia yards. 1st and 10 into plus territory goes the Newman offense.
Not only you give it to Donia, but you got 2 running backs in the backfield. So defensively, you got a key on both. So that formation in and of itself puts a different look in the head of the defense of Carrollwood. They've got to defend both. Donia gets 4 yards there, ball high and tight.
Yeah, in that Trinity Christian Academy Chaminade game, Chaminade on top 35-zip. Safe to say the winner of this game plays the winner of that game, which will be Chaminade Madonna. Another hard count from Jaron Hewley, and it will be offsides against the defense. How about 5 free yards for Cardinal Newman? It'll be 1st and 5 coming up. Halfway through the 3rd quarter, we will take a water break. Timeout brought to you by Sports Certified, powered by Vitacost. And as we always do go to breaks here on ESPN West Palm, you are watching the 2025 FHSAA Football State Semis on ESPN West Palm.
Hey guys, Mike Rizzo here. I know you're moving soon. Don't stress it. Call Good Greek for your total relocation solution. From packing and storage to local and long-distance moves, Spiro and his team at Good Greek Moving and Storage has you covered from start to finish. Trusted by families, businesses, and teams like the Heat and the Hurricanes for over 2 decades. Make your next move simple, safe, and stress-free.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
You're listening to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day, presented by HSS Florida. Choose better, move better, and supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather.
Well, we're coming to your city.
1st and 5 coming up for Cardinal Newman. Some out-of-town scores for local schools in our area. 31-17, Vero Beach on top of Palmetto. For West Boca against Armwood, that game is all tied at 7 apiece. We knew going into that West Boca game, those 2 teams are stout defensively, and it'll be a rock fight, and it is living up to that billing. 7-7, West Boca, Armwood, Vero 31, Palmetto 17. Here at Sam Budnick Field, 5:47 to play in this 3rd quarter. Cardinal Newman on top 34-13 over Carrollwood Day. And out of that referee timeout, a timeout's going to be called by Cardinal Newman for a 1st and 5. Some miscommunication with the Crusaders sideline and quarterback Jaron Hewley.
Yeah, those are timeouts when you get into a close ball game you got to hold on to, because you never know when you're going to need them. But they were a little confused there offensively. Hewley was yelling to the sideline, give me the play, give me the play. They were taking too long. He saw the official with his hand up, so he's saying, listen, give me the play. We're down at 10 seconds. Didn't happen. They had to burn another timeout.
1st and 5, still ensuing for Cardinal Newman. They've got the football in plus territory after that Phoenix-Donia 3rd and 1 carry at the 43. Hewley in the shotgun. He's got Kirkpatrick at tight end to his left. Mosley split out wide to the right, and Kirkpatrick switches from the left side to the right side. Motion over Donia. They fake the sweep to him, and it's Hewley looking to throw. Deep ball all by himself. Leslie Mosley. Touchdown, Cardinal Newman. A 43-yard heat-seeking mortar strike. And Cardinal Newman is pouring it on in West Palm Beach.
You got to love it. Again, still being aggressive offensively, not waiting around to see what's going to happen. Fake the ball, give them a different formation, a look that they haven't seen all night. You bring your running back in motion, and they're looking at the running back. They got to pay attention to it. You throw the ball down the middle of the field of Mosley. He just runs away from everybody.
It's like you need to batten down the hatches and have all hands on deck to defend the run game of Cardinal Newman.
Yeah.
So when Jaron Hewley pulls the ball out of the stomach of Phoenix-Donia, you have got guys on islands against Newman weapons that have breakaway speed. And Leslie Mosley is just that guy. Once again, his speed on display. I think Leslie Mosley, you can watch it back on YouTube, he might have had 15 yards of separation.
Yeah, I mean, just the beauty of it is Hewley didn't overthrow it, because usually a quarterback is going to try to throw it so far. He knows that guy's so fast. But all you got to do is lay it down there. He'll run up under it. Beautiful play call there. You know, going into the plus side of the field, knowing that, hey, listen, they know we want to run the football, but I got to throw it down the middle. I want to test them, nothing else, make them back up. Even if we don't complete it, make them back up, and we hit it for a huge touchdown.
Crushing blow by the Cardinal Newman offense. You might think Carrollwood Day could work some momentum if they paired their touchdown drive with a defensive stop. Well, head coach Jack Daniels and the Cardinal Newman Crusaders put a stop to that quickly with the touchdown drive that Newman just put together, capped off by a 43-yard high arcing aerial assault. Hewley to Mosley, and that for Leslie Mosley, that favorite target for quarterback Jaron Hewley. That is now his 8th touchdown of the year. He had one earlier in the night on a circus play. The ball was deflected by the defensive end coming off the edge. He caught it in the air and brought it 86 yards for a score. Squib kick returnable for Carrollwood Day, and they're going to make a good gain out of this one. Nearly past midfield, depending on where he went out of bounds. So Carrollwood Day will start this drive with good field position. Clock reads 5:31 to play in the third quarter. It's been all Cardinal Newman, 41-13 Crusaders on top of the Patriots. And Carrollwood Day will start at their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10 Patriots.
Well, after that opening kickoff return for Carrollwood Day, Newman has outscored them 41-7. And so that's the kind of pressure you want to put on any team, especially when you're trying to get to your first state championship. You've got to be physical. They've done that defensively, and take advantage of every opportunity you get.
Leave your reactions, your support, your comments in the chat. If a ref missed a call, I want to hear what you have to say about it. It's McDonald on a rush. The quarterback gets hit hard at midfield. He gains 3 yards. It's now 2nd down and 7.
You know, McDonald is saying to himself, I got to imagine as he's coming toward us, wow, usually I'm gone from these guys. They're not as fast. Well, Newman is very fast defensively. Guys are not afraid to come up from the secondary and make tackles. So as he turns the corner, he thought he had an easy corner to get around, closed very quickly.
Speed of the defense of Cardinal Newman making an impact. McDonald fires in the backfield. It's nearly intercepted. And if it was pulled down by William Hart, it would have been a touchdown. But that's an if. What did happen is it deflected off his fingertips, and that pass was going backwards. I don't know if they're going to rule it a fumble or not, but McDonald kind of pivoted his whole shoulders and threw that football far behind the line of scrimmage. They will rule it an incomplete pass, which is a fortunate break for Carrollwood Day, as it's 3rd and 7 instead of what would have been maybe 3rd down and 15 or 20. Trips right. McDonald in the shotgun. He's got Robinson to his right, the freshman running back. Robinson gets the carry on the draw, bouncing it right side. Stiff arm. Ali pushes him outside, and a nice run by Robinson on the draw play on 3rd and 7. Carrollwood goes back to what they do best, and that is run the football. That's an HSS first down, a solid gain past the plus 45-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Trips left. In the shotgun, you've got quarterback McDonald looking towards the sideline for the offensive play call. Carrollwood scored their first offensive touchdown last drive. This is their next drive after that. The left-handed quarterback throws it across the middle, deflected and incomplete, just too tall for his intended receiver. DJ Williams climbed the ladder but couldn't haul in the pigskin. It's 2nd and 10.
When you got to throw it over defenders, McDonald's not a tall guy, so when you got to throw it over defenders, it's got a sail on you if you don't get it, pull it down in time. So again, he tried to put it in a nice little window, but it just went a little too high.
2nd down and 10 for Carrollwood Day. Carrollwood really just put in a spot that they have not been in 2025. Undefeated coming into this game. 525 points scored, 132 points allowed, and there is McDonald on the quarterback run. Broken tackle, shaking defenders out of their boots, and he's brought down just short of the 25-yard line.
You know, C-Cat, I was looking at their schedule as we came into this game, and I think the strength of schedule for me was not like Newman's. I mean, they hadn't been tested to me. Some of the teams that I've seen on their schedule, not to slight that they're undefeated, but it just wasn't the same type of competition.
Another quarterback keeper. McDonald breaks a tackle with a stiff arm and fights forward, takes a big hit above the shoulders at the 25. He'll gain 3 yards, but at what cost? It is now 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, big hit, clean hit. That's the beauty of it. These guys are coming up from the secondary. They're not afraid to make a tackle, are the Cardinal Newman Crusaders.
3:45 to play in the 3rd quarter. Injured Crusader down, and we will take a timeout brought to you by Sports Certified, powered by Vitacost. And you are watching live and in color on ESPN West Palm, the 2025 FHS-AA Class 1A State Semifinal. Newman on top big, 41-13 over Carrollwood Day on ESPN West Palm.
Not all moves reflect your lifestyle. At Safebound Luxury, we provide white glove services tailored for high-end homes, fine art, and designer furnishings. Our expert team ensures every piece is packed, transported, and placed with precision and care. If you're relocating a residence that deserves more than a basic move, schedule your private consultation today at safeboundluxury.com to experience the difference. This isn't just a move. This is the art of moving.
Every family has dreams, a vacation, a new car, or a rainy day fund. With a Boost savings account from Flagler Credit Union, your dreams can become reality. Earn up to 3.0 annual percentage yield with no minimum balance, no monthly fees, and easy access to your funds. Whether you're saving for life's big moments or everyday expenses, a Boost savings account helps you reach your goals faster. Open a Boost savings account today and start boosting your future at Flagler Credit Union. Boost checking is required. Other qualifications apply. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
You're listening to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day, presented by HSS Florida. Choose better, move better, and supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather.
Well, we're coming to your city.
2nd down and 8. McDonald hands the ball off. No, he keeps it himself off the right tackle. Got a lot of space there. He gets the HSS first down and gets brought down short of the 15-yard line. Nice gain by McDonald, where there's a little bit of a slow transaction, or lack thereof, rather, with his running back in the backfield. McDonald kept it himself, and that's really been the heart and soul of this drive, has been McDonald using his leg at the quarterback position. They will mark him short, actually, of the first down. 3rd down and short. Miles McDonald trips left. Quarterback in the shotgun. The left, he takes a snap. Hands the football up in the middle, and the HSS first down is gained that time from Carrollwood. Thank you to everybody tuning in for the HSS Game of the Week on YouTube, ESPN West Palm. Whether you are a fan of the visiting Carrollwood Day Patriots, thanks for tuning on in and keeping up to date with your hometown team. And thank you to every Cardinal Newman fan who couldn't make the trip, or maybe they did want to make the trip. They did, and they want a little bit of commentary with their live and in-person viewing of this exciting Class 1A State Semifinal. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet. We would really appreciate your support. And there is an injury on the field. So we will go to break with another timeout, an injury timeout, brought to you by Sports Certified, powered by VitaCost. Newman on top, 41-13 with under 3 to play in the third quarter.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $849 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Safebound Moving and Storage is growing. We're looking for new movers and drivers who lead by example, show up ready, and take pride in their work. If you're dependable, willing to learn, and thrive in a fast-paced environment, you'll fit right in. This isn't just a job, it's a career. Do you have what it takes? If so, visit safeboundmoving.com to apply today. safeboundmoving.com.
First and 10 for Carrollwood Day. In the shotgun, you've got McDonald. Trips right, lone receiver to the left side. Trying to pull off a mammoth comeback. Another quarterback run at the middle. Miles McDonald, spin move on his feet. Inside the 5, stretching forward at the goal line. He's in for a touchdown. There was a flag on the play in the middle of the play. We'll see if this one could be coming back or not. But it was a very explosive, exciting highlight reel touchdown run from the quarterback of the Patriots, Miles McDonald.
Yeah, very physical, put his shoulder down all about at the 3-yard line. Again, realizing what's at stake here. Get to the end zone if you can, if you're McDonald, did that on that play.
You know, it's big margin right now, 41-13 the score. It's kind of easy to check out, especially when you're a team that's used to winning and winning and winning. 12-0 on the season is that touchdown. Let me see, are they keeping it or taking it off the scoreboard? Well, as I was saying, when you find yourself in an uncomfortable spot that you have not been before, where all hope feels like lost, sometimes it's easy to maybe not put the 100% effort that you have been all season long, and McDonald is doing anything but on this touchdown drive that will stand. He is getting his face dirty right now, coating the football and doing it himself. That time with a touchdown carry, and going for 2 is Carrollwood Day. Jumbo package under center, fumbled snap. McDonald scoops it up, spin move, still on his feet, and eventually goes down for a no-good 2-point conversion. So the score will be 41-19. 41-19 the score, with 2:33 to play in the third quarter. Newman getting the football back after that touchdown run. Brought to you by Racetrack and courtesy of Miles McDonald.
It tells you a lot about your team if they just throw in the towel, even though you said it, C-Cat, they haven't been in this position all year long. They're used to blowing teams out, winning by large margins. But again, you're playing a different type of ball club here in Cardinal Newman. As many athletes, or maybe more than you have, and again, all the bricks have gone Newman's way, but they've created their own opportunities as well. So it's just not Carrollwood Day giving them anything. They've done what they had to do offensively and defensively to make this game a large margin.
Yeah, and like you think of a couple of massive plays, momentum shifting plays, where there was a touchdown taken off the board due to an illegal man downfield. After that touchdown was taken off the board, in that possession, McDonald threw a 90-yard pick six to Adam Balagoon Ali. That's a 14-point swing. Mm-hmm. You also had what was going to be a surefire touchdown run from running back Antonio Thomas off the right tackle. And there was no forced fumble. There was just a fumble as he drops the football. Cardinal Newman scoops it up, taking 7 points off the board for the Patriots. Then you have a deflected pass that ended up in the hands of Leslie Mosley, who just caught that football in the end zone for a touchback. He turned that deflected, swatted down pass that went up instead of down into an 86-yard touchdown reception. Now, not always are everything going to go your way or everything go against you, but we might be looking up at a 14-point lead for Cardinal Newman instead of a 41-19, 22-point lead for Cardinal Newman. because of a couple of bad breaks for Carrollwood Day. But you can't take anything away from Cardinal Newman because they have, like you mentioned, capitalized on plays like that, where Balagoon Ali showed his Division I SEC speed at the linebacker position by taking advantage of that throw across the middle that was ill-advised and returning it all the way for 6. Donia in the backfield. Donia on the carry up the middle. Bouncing into the right side. Shakes a man out of his screws. Still on his feet across the 40. Stiff-arming his way across midfield. You cannot stop Phoenix Donia. You can only hope to contain him. An HSS first down for Newman and a lot more. Donia's first hole was slammed shut. He cut back to the right side and was never a yard away from a defender of the Patriots, and just with his left arm kept the defense at an arm's length distance. First down all the way down to the 42 and plus territory. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. 2 receivers left. Lone receiver right's Leslie Mosley. Donia, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The carry to Phoenix. Gets hit in the hole and still gains about 3 yards. So 39, 2nd and 7.
You know, I've watched a lot of football over the years. I've seen guys stiff arm someone and knock them to the ground, but I've never seen someone carry somebody with them. Come on, you go with me. You go on a ride, right? And that's what you get from that running back position of Phoenix Donia. Not only is he physical, but he has a great deal of speed as well. So he goes to another level. In his mind, his whole goal is to get to the end zone, but you're not going to stop me. One guy's not going to stop me in the hole.
Ball at the 39-yard line, 2nd and 7 for Cardinal Newman. 2 receivers right, lone receiver to the left side. Winner goes to the state championship game against what looks like is going to be Chaminade Madonna. 2 receivers right, lone receiver to the left side. Jaron Hewley motions over Jerron Sumter. They pitch it to him. Sumter, left side, staying on his feet, eventually gains 5 yards all the way down to the 35. It'll be 3rd down and short.
You know, I like how they feature him. He's the future of this running back core is Sumter. So you have to give him some opportunities to get experience. So you put him in the slot position, bring him from right to left, toss him the football. It's a simple pass. But, again, getting him involved in the offense, gave him a pass early on. He went to the end zone for a touchdown. That's how you keep your guys motivated to play every week.
Sumter opened up the scoring in this one with that catch out of the backfield for a touchdown. And before this 3rd down and 1, there's a flag down at the play. Pre-snap penalty. And another one comes out. While everyone's standing around waiting to hear the official ruling, I saw another penalty flag come from the far side of the field. No one was really engaged in verbal combat from close quarters, as we could see from up here. I gotta imagine something was said across the line of scrimmage to the other side, whether it be from Newman to Carrollwood or vice versa. But first things first, we got to find out what the pre-snap penalty was.
Yeah, it looked like the defensive back on the right side near the 1st down marker jumped offside and hit the receiver. So I think that's what they're going to call initially, and then there's a personal foul call.
So that will be a 3rd and 1 turning into a 1st and 10. But after that 1st down is given to Cardinal Newman, they're just going to go 15 yards backwards with a personal foul. And that is, if I recall correctly, the 3rd personal foul called against Cardinal Newman. I might be wrong. It's either 2nd or 3rd, and that is definitely something head coach Jack Daniels wants to clean up going into a probable state championship game against Chaminade Madonna, where you do not want to give a free 15 yards. You don't want to give a free anything to that side of the team.
No, sir. I mean, they've won 5 consecutive straight state championships. They know how to play. They play a tough schedule. You know, not only teams out of Broward County, but they play teams across the nation. So they were ranked 1 in the nation in the beginning of the season. They lost 2 games this year, but again, they're just humming right now. You got to be very disciplined when you play Chaminade because they're going to bring some talented young men.
1st and 10 for Cardinal Newman. Jaron Hewley in the shotgun with Sumter and Donia. Jaron gets the carry that time, and he gets stepped in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 11. And now we actually have a common opponent that we can compare what Chaminade is this year in some ways or another. It was a Kickoff Classic, and we heard word that the Chaminade quarterback situation was much different in the preseason than it is right now, firing at all cylinders when we saw Chaminade take on West Boca, the team that Cardinal Newman did beat 2 months ago in this building. Chaminade did beat West Boca. It was a very close one-score game, if I recall correctly, in the unofficial preseason kickoff classic matchup that happened in West Boca in August. Donia on the carry up the middle. Phoenix gets past the 40, setting up a 3rd down and medium.
As we end the 3rd quarter now, I'm in Jack Daniels' head. I'm thinking to myself, when do I pull my guys, my starters? Because 2 things could happen. You always think about injury, and you also think about guys getting ejected because those personal fouls, as you mentioned, there's 3 for the night. So you got to be able to say to yourself, at what point do we pull these guys?
We will find out. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. We're going to stay right here on ESPN West Palm on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us, for sticking with us. Merely you watching and you hitting subscribe on this YouTube channel supports local high school athletics across Palm Beach County in the Treasure Coast. Snowbirds, if you're in town, welcome on back. It's time to trade your coats and hats for swim trunks and sunscreen here in South Florida and get your home ready for company. How do you do that? Well, before the family arrives and the toasts begin for the holidays, make sure your home's water is in top shape. Hard water and hidden minerals can leave spots on dishes, dull your laundry, and dry out your skin. Not exactly festive. The holidays are stressful enough as it is. Let the experts at Culligan worry about your water so you don't have to. Or fellas, if you're still looking for a gift for your special lady, trust me, get a Culligan water system. Schedule your free water test today. Visit Culligan.com or simply say, third down and 6. Coming up for Cardinal Newman. Newman on top 41-19 as we enter the 4th quarter here on ESPN West Palm. 2 receivers left side. The running backs, Donia, they fake it to him. Hewley rolling to his right. Hewley unleashes a deep ball. Mosley caught it at the goal line. Is he in? He's down at the 1-yard line. Flag down in the offensive backfield. Might be a hold against Cardinal Newman that will take that chunk play back. So it was 3rd and 6, but now it will be 3rd down and 16. Further testing the offensive aerial attack of the Cardinal Newman sideline. As you just heard me say, Hewley just threw it to Leslie Mosley, and Donia was in the backfield. So starters still in the game for Cardinal Newman. They hold a 22-point lead, 41-19 here at Sam Budnick Field. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you on ESPN West Palm's YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe and leave a like and hop in the chat. Let us know what you think about this Newman-Carrollwood game, or maybe even give us score updates. At the 49-yard line, just past midfield is the Newman offense. They got to get all the way inside the 35 to move the chains on the HSS 1st down. Heavy pressure. It's a screen. Donia gets tackled at the 45. Beautiful tackle made that time by Carrollwood Day's Sean Harvey. If Harvey didn't make that tackle, it's another touchdown for Cardinal Newman. It was 1-on-1. Rarely does Donia go down when that's the moment, but Harvey made sure of it.
Yeah, again, you don't tackle him there. He's gone because there's no one there. Again, great play call there on 3rd down, trying to get the ball out in space. You know, the defense over-pursued, but at the last moment made a great play defensively making the tackle.
4th down and 12. Hewley is the punter for Cardinal Newman, so him on the field right now is not a giveaway of really anything. He's got 2 backs, one to his right, one to his left, and they both motion up to play tight end, and it will be a kick. A punt from Jaron Hewley. No one back to return it. It'll bounce at the 16 and take a sideways roll and trickle inside the 15-yard line. Inside the 15 is where Carrollwood Day will begin their 4th quarter offensive drive with 10:29 to play in the 4th quarter. It'll take 3 touchdowns and some defensive stops for Carrollwood Day to crawl back into this game at Sam Budnick Field. Battling for a chance to play Chaminade Madonna in the Class 1A state championship game are Cardinal Newman and Carrollwood Day. And before this drive, football fans, the best games are yet to be played next week. Make plans to attend the 2025 Florida High School State Championship games. The intense action takes place December 4th and 5th from Rural and FIT Championships at the Range at H.G. Moore Stadium, December 10th through the 13th for classes 1A through 7A at Pitbull Stadium at Florida International University in Miami. Come out and watch the best in Florida high school football play. As this pass goes left side and incomplete, visit FHSAA website at FHSAA.com for more information. Hey, congratulations to Dr. Joaquin Garcia's football program securing an FIT championship last night. Always nice to see seasons continue because we see how there's a separation of power in these different classes where private schools, the charter schools, different talent than some of the public schools for sure. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass, throwing it left side on a quick comeback route. A hitch, it's a 7-yard gain on 2nd and 10, setting up 3rd down and short.
Well, the beauty of it is for Newman, you know they've got to throw the football. I mean, running the ball won't really do you any good right now. It's almost like they've got to be in a hurry-up offense throughout the rest of this game. A little less than 10 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
It's a 9-yard gain that time to the left side for Carrollwood Day. McDonald takes a snap, hands the ball up the middle, and the Newman defense shuts the door with authority. It's a 1-yard loss on 3rd and 1, backing up the Carrollwood Day offense to a 4th and 2. And watch out, this Cardinal Newman defense got horses in the stable, and they're going to hit their hands in the dirt and come with all they've got.
They're going to bring back in their jumbo package here on 4th down and try to get a 1st down. But again, the clock is running, so the clock's not your friend here if you're Carrollwood Day. So you got to try to put a little speed into it.
22-point lead for Cardinal Newman. 9:20 to play in the 4th quarter. Running it left side for an HSS 1st down is Carrollwood Day. That jumbo package, as you mentioned, Coach, it was Antonio Thomas on the carry and Antonio Thomas, the sophomore, on the conversion. He's got a lot of games ahead of him, and he's going to be a weapon going forward for the Patriots.
He's a low 6'3", 235-pound sophomore. Again, that's the guy you want with the ball in short yardage situations. He's done a pretty good job other than the fumble tonight.
Ball at the 29. 1st and 10, and a little bit of a flinch from the right side of the offense of Carrollwood Day. They'll back them up 5 yards. 1st and 15. Before this snap, let me remind you that Racetrack supports local high school athletics across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Yeah, Racetrack, gas station, but they're more than just gas. They have sweet treats. They've got those ice cold drinks. They've got the hot food. They've got everything you need at your convenience. They've got whatever gets you going. That's a style of Racetrack convenience that we've come to know and love. Join them this fall as they support our local high school communities throughout these playoff runs. I would not be here today without Racetrack. Stopped and got some gas, got a frozen Hawaiian punch. I love Racetrack because they support our local teams. Stop at Racetrack, download the Racetrack Rewards app today. You won't regret it because you get a lot of nice free stuff from there. Racetrack, whatever gets you going. It's a short gain that time on 1st and 15. This time it's a slant route. Caught. Maxey. It's been quiet in the second half mostly. He returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, did Brooklyn Maxey, the junior receiver and return man. He has to catch across the middle of that time to set up 3rd down and 6. Timeout call brought to you by Sports Certified, powered by Vitacost for an injured Crusader. And we will take a timeout here as well on YouTube. ESPN West Palm. On X, ESPN Top 63. On Facebook, ESPN West Palm. And on the brand new ESPN South Florida app. Back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $849 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Screen pass is deflected back into the hands of McDonald, who's going to run with it. He gets chopped down at the line of scrimmage. heavy pressure in the face of McDonald on the screen pass. And when you bite as a defensive lineman for the screen pass where you get up into that offensive backfield, that's the next best thing. You know you can't get back and guard the running back who's going to try to catch that pass. You can get your hands up and deflect that pass, right, Coach?
Yeah, how often do you see a quarterback get a reception in a game? You know, throw it up in the air, it bounces back right back in his hands of McDonald.
We saw Marcus Mariota do it in a playoff game against the Chiefs, and we saw Josh Allen do it, I believe, against the 49ers last year. Completion right side this time, not to himself, but instead to DJ Williams, and that's enough for an HSS first down across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Patriots offense. But the clock is the enemy here for Carrollwood Day. 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Down by 22 are there.
It's a guy I thought they were going to feature tonight, DJ Williams, because he's so a big receiver, but they haven't thrown the ball much to him.
Lefty quarterback throws to Williams again. It's caught inside the 40. Big hit delivered on the near sideline that time. I think it was Hart on the defense. Actually, no, on the defense that time it was Khalil Gabad. And another HSS first down, and DJ Williams with back-to-back catches, back-to-back conversions. Trips left, lone receiver right is Williams. It is a quarterback run who gets met in the backfield. Made one man miss, but couldn't make the second nor the third and fourth. It's no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up for Carrollwood Day. 6:36 to play in the game. Crusaders on top by 22 at home at Sam Budnick Field. 2 receivers left, make it 3. Lone receiver right, Williams. They throw it to Williams on the slant route. Bobbled and incomplete. Hit him in his left hip. Popped up to his arms, and he couldn't haul it in on the double clutch. It's 3rd down and 10 from the 38.
Got on him a little quickly there. Williams didn't see the ball coming out of that break. He was trying to run a quick slant. McDonald put it right on him, but the ball got there a little quickly. He didn't see it.
Timeout called as we are halfway through the 4th and final quarter of this Class 1A state semifinal. Cardinal Newman 6 minutes away from going to their first ever state championship game. Newman on top, 22-19 here on ESPN. West Palm, don't go anywhere.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Download the ESPN South Florida app today and get the latest on local shows like Theoretically Speaking and Russo and Rizzo. Get some ESPN podcasts or get the high school sports updates in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Curious about what Mike Rizzo had to say about Aaron Rodgers? It's on the app. Wasn't able to find the score of the West Boca High School football game? It's on the app. Want to catch the Inter Miami live broadcast? You guessed it. It's on the app. Go download the ESPN South Florida app today and get your fix on all things sports right here in Palm Beach County.
3rd down and 10 for the Carrollwood Day offense. This is how Cardinal Newman has thrived. Early movement. This will be 3rd and longer for Carrollwood Day. Again, this has been when the game-changing, game-defining plays have been made when Carrollwood Day's offense is backed up behind the sticks, allowing the defense of Cardinal Newman to get real aggressive and take advantage of a, no doubt about it, passing down.
Yeah, give Newman all the credit in the world, but let me just say this. Carrollwood Day being 12-0, very undisciplined football team. I mean, they've come out not ready to play tonight mentally, and it is shown that they were coming into a game of this magnitude for the first time.
Trips left, lone receiver right. McDonald throws it near side. It's caught by Maxey at the original line of scrimmage, and he breaks a tackle, stays on his feet. How about that play from Brooklyn Maxey? Down to the 25. We talked about the resilience of Miles McDonald in the previous offensive drive for Carrollwood Day. And now it's shown by number 0, Brooklyn Maxey, the junior pass catcher, who got all the way enough in a bag of chips for a first down. Brought to you by HSS inside the 25. Pardon me, inside the 30 to the 27. Handoff, right side. Robinson just gets tripped off. He works his way to the 25 to set up 2nd down and 9.
You think about Cardinal Newman and the history of this program. Again, I mentioned earlier, Abe Elam was a star here, played at Notre Dame, went on to the NFL. Just north of here, Dwyer, Matt Elam, family member, brother, played at Dwyer. They went on to win a state championship. He also went to the NFL.
There is whistles being blown before that play gets underway on 2nd and 9. And I take it that was while head coach Jack Daniels was at Dwyer.
Yeah.
So it all connects here in Palm Beach County across the Treasure Coast. Those last names seem to pop up. In Boynton Beach, I think it was the Smith family, who you just saw a different Smith show up on that roster every year. Maybe even a Bolden here and there across Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast. And, of course, the Elam family name is well known in this area. Handoff up the middle. Robinson breaks free. And Robinson's inside the 10-yard line. Goal to go now for Carrollwood Day.
That's the thing about it. When you're having success as a coach, as Jack Daniels has had, people want to play for you. They come to play for you. That's the same thing that happens at St. Thomas, also at Chaminade Madonna.
Handoff. Robinson up the middle. Newman was ready for it and just rejects that interior run game of Carrollwood Day. It just hasn't been there. If Carrollwood has wanted any success, it really has been on the read option. McDonald using his legs off the edge. An official timeout called for the time being. It'll be second down, and goal. We're in the fourth quarter here at Sam Budnick Field. 4:25 to play in the fourth quarter. Cardinal Newman 41. Carrollwood Day 19 for our listening audience that don't have the luxury to watch the play going on right now on the ESPN South Florida app. Download it today. Big game coming up tomorrow in the 305 for our Inter-Miami Herons. 2 o'clock start of our coverage. You don't want to miss that on ESPN 106.3. Inter-Miami in the MLS Cup final. Mike Rizzo has you pregame, halftime, and postgame. And the voice of the Herons, Ken LaVicka, will take it between the whistles. Let's go Inter-Miami. Vamos. Second and goal. It's a handoff up the middle. Thomas on the give. Thomas at the goal line. Is he in? No ruling yet. It looks like he's going to be short. Third down and goal inside the 2. The far yard marker has it as second down, but pretty sure they counted that first play and forgot to change the down marker. Should be third down. And there is an injured Cardinal Newman Crusader down, which is just the last thing you want to hear in a 22-point ball game. You don't want to hear it ever, but especially in a blowout such as this. Under 4 to play in the fourth quarter. Newman on top by 22. Be right back after this timeout. Brought to you by Sports Certified, powered by VitaCost.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Handoff goes up the middle and is in for a touchdown. Carrollwood Day with a touchdown brought to you by Racetrack. The interior run fought that one through to cut this one to possibly a 2-possession game, as it already is. 41-25. Down by 16 before the point after is attempted by Carrollwood Day. And they're going to go for 2 here to try to make it a 14-point game. You want to know what you need as soon as possible. Jumbo set back on the field for Carrollwood Day. Rolling to his left. McDonald, flag out, throws it in the corner. Incomplete. So probably be against the offense on this 2-point conversion. The flag was thrown in the offensive backfield. And you know what? Both teams are staying on the field, but an illegal shift is going to be called against the offense. And they're going to back up the 2-point try. So, Coach, it's not a declinable penalty.
No, they actually got in. Yeah, he actually made it in, so that's why they were able to play the down over. That's okay.
Sorry, Coach.
That's all right.
You know, dimly lit back there.
Good,
that's
brother.
why the people that are watching on YouTube actually have a better angle than we have here in the booth, believe it or not. So the conversion was good. It gets taken back on the illegal shift penalty against Carrollwood Day. So they'll retry it from about 7 yards deep.
I mean, to your credit, partner, there's a 10 on this window, so it's hard to see, to be honest with you.
Jumbo set, play action pass, throw it, pylon, deflected, and is incomplete. So 2 points come off the board in the same exact spot where we saw 6 points taken off the board on a illegal man downfield penalty. So the try's no good. It's 41-25, Cardinal Newman on top with 3:45 to play in the fourth quarter. With a break in the action, did you know that Duffy's is a proud supporter of high school athletics across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast? If you are watching right now from the area, you know where your closest Duffy's is. You know that that's the best place to go for your post-game meal celebration, maybe for your college football Saturdays, your pro football Sundays, everything in between, with 80 or more televisions at each and every Duffy's location. They are the place to be this football season. You never miss a minute of the action, especially when NFL Sundays, you've got the Dolphins game here. You've got the Bills game there. You've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game there. You do not miss anything at Duffy's Sports Grill, a proud supporter of high school athletics across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Duffy's, their game is always on. And here's a little quick tip. Gotta try their award-winning wings. Nearly perfect. Nearly. Who am I kidding? They are perfect. The onside kick attempt just goes too deep. And there's a flag actually blown, whistle's blown, before that kick is attempted on the onside attempt.
Yeah, guys started too quickly. Again, they've got to get 2 onside kicks, get the football, score, and get another onside kick this Carroll Day. Again, guy jumped a little too early. The officials are on it because if you cross the line before the football is kicked, they're going to call it every time.
So back up the onside kick attempt of Carrollwood Day, 5 yards, and they'll reattempt the try. 3:44 remain in the fourth quarter. Newman on top by 16. Played Carrollwood Day just not going away easy. The onside. This one's a better one. It's a high bounce, exactly what the Patriots need. It's picked up by Carrollwood Day. Did he get his feet in bounds?
Onside kick.
Waiting the ruling. It's on the far sideline for us here in the booth. So when they make the ruling, we'll be the last ones to hear about it. Officials discussing near the Carrollwood Day sideline. Newman's pointing in their direction. He only needed 1 foot in bounds. That ball went more than the 10 yards required. Are they still discussing it? The Crusaders are very confident it is Cardinal Newman football. And yes, it is. Truth be told, you at home have a better angle on that play than we do. You can go back on YouTube, double-click the left side of your screen, and go back in time to replay it. But they deem him out of bounds. It's the only ruling it could be because the football went more than 10 yards for the onside kick. Bang, it's a live ball. But if the return team or the kick team of Carrollwood Day could not get a foot in bounds, they do not get possession. So Cardinal Newman football at the 48 in plus territory with 3:44 to play in the game. Pretty much 1 first down mathematically might end it. Hewley hands it off. Donia off left tackle, cuts inside, and a pancake block. How about some love for the big uglies of Cardinal Newman? In the offensive backfield pulling around. Ignacio Zaluka with a big punishing block on the left side. Opening up holes for Phoenix. Donia all night has been that Cardinal Newman offensive line. It's a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6 on the other side of the Sports Certified powered by Vitacost timeout called by Carrollwood Day, who are trying to avoid suffering their first loss of the season. And while we have a quick break in the action, the timeout brought to you by Sports Certified powered by Vitacost.
Smith, Ball, Myers, and Prather Florida Injury Lawyers are proud to be the presenting sponsor of High School Game Day on ESPN 106.3. If you or someone you know has been in a car accident, call now for a free consultation. The sooner you call, the sooner the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Myers, and Prather can start putting their extensive experiences and resources to work for you. You do not pay anything unless they make a recovery for you. You can call right now. The number's easy, 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Myers, and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. I know Smith, Ball, Myers, and Prather, big fans of our local teams. Familiar with a lot of the players that are actually on Cardinal Newman. We thank them for their support of our continued extensive high school sports coverage in our area. 2nd and 7. Donia the carry up the middle on the draw. Phoenix Donia loses the football. Carrollwood Day scoops it up at the 30-yard line, and it is Patriot ball at the 31. The one thing you couldn't have if you're Cardinal Newman is a turnover, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Carrollwood Day.
Yeah, most of the night he's had the ball high and tight, but that time he tried to stretch and get a little bit more, or kind of like his arm was going down and he fumbled the football. But again, you want to hold on to the ball at all costs. Even if you only get 1 or 2 yards, you got to hold on to the football here. If you're the Crusaders of Newman, they didn't do it on that drive.
1st and 10, Carrollwood Day with 3:30 to play in the 4th quarter. Now things get interesting. Carrollwood Day nearly got the onside kick. They've kind of got that unit well-oiled right now. They're going to need one of those, but first it's a touchdown drive, and this one will start like so many of these Carrollwood Day offensive drives have with a pre-snap penalty. This one's going to be a false start against the offensive line of the Patriots. 1st and 15 will be the case at the 25.
Yeah, their right tackle, he's jumped all night long. I don't know what is forcing him to jump there because there's nobody really over him. It's a guy outside, but again, you got to hold your water there if you're an offensive lineman.
McDonald fakes it inside, throws it outside, incomplete. Ball kind of carried on him, and even if it was a perfect pass, slipping down and falling was intended target James Allen. So 2nd and 15 now the case.
You knew when you know they're going to throw the ball down the field. What you really want to do is just tackle, keep everything in front of you. Don't allow anybody to get behind you. You're going to be deep as the deepest man. Tackle all the receivers. Don't allow them to get yards after the catch.
2nd and 15. Carrollwood not only needs points, but they need points fast. The clock is not their friend with 3:25 to play in the 4th quarter. McDonald, the left-handed quarterback, drops back to pass. The screen pass in the middle and swallowed up and snubbed out and erased. Tackle for a loss. Kyrus Heston with the play. The junior.
Hey, that's how you read it, right? Again, you know the running back comes. He sits up right in front of you. Just wait for him to catch it and tackle him. Tackle anything and everything.
3-yard loss. It's 3rd and very long. This is where Cardinal Newman licks their chops. They've got 2 linemen with a hand on the ground. Ty Kirkpatrick is going to bring pressure off the right edge defensively. 3rd and 18. McDonald fakes the handoff, throws it across the middle. It's caught at the 45, 50, 45, 35, and brought down at the 35-yard line. Big catch, big conversion. M.J. Jones, the sophomore receiver, injects some life into the Carrollwood Day offense and keeps their season alive. 2:35 to play in the 4th quarter. Carrollwood Day with the football down by 16. Play action pass. Rolling left. McDonald uses his legs, throws it outside and incomplete.
On the previous play, I'm sorry, partner. On the previous play, McDonald got a little time, right? So he's able to throw the ball further down the field. All night long, he's been rushed, so he's had to throw the ball out quickly. That's why a lot of those passes have either been deflected or been picked off going the other way.
2nd and 10 from the 35. Newman just not able to truly put this game away in its totality. Enter the halftime break at 28-7, if I recall correctly. 2 receivers, make it 3 receivers left side. McDonald throws it across the middle, incomplete. Got deflected. It is now 3rd down and 10. Moss Plus by Messi is hydration plus more. A beverage like no other made to give everyone, not just elite athletes, an extra boost of positivity and inspiration every day. Created by Leo Messi, Moss Plus delivers a balanced blend of electrolytes with natural flavors. No artificial sweeteners or colors, no caffeine, and only 1 gram of cane sugar. Plus vitamins and more with no compromise on quality ingredients and amazing taste. Floridians can purchase Moss Plus by Messi at Walmart or online, mossbymessi.com. McDonald throws it across the middle again. Big hit, big catch, HSS first down. Inside the 20 goes the Carrollwood Day offense. 2:14 to play in the fourth quarter. And the Patriots keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 from the 15. In the red zone they go. McDonald in the shotgun's got a receiver left. Low snap, whistles blow. This one's blown dead. Thank you to Moss Plus by Messi for supporting high school athletics, and good luck to the Inter Miami Herons tomorrow in the MLS Cup. Offsides, and we called the offense a little bit too antsy was the offensive attack of the Patriots. Another pre-snap penalty, and we don't have the official snap stats in front of us. We're certainly in double-digit penalties against Carrollwood Day. Trips right, lone receiver left. McDonald keeps it left side on the quarterback run. Across the 10, across the 5, and he goes out of bounds. Waiting for the official spot all the way across the field. It is an HSS first down. 1st and goal, Carrollwood Day. Out of bounds, it stops the clock with 1:43 to play in the fourth quarter. Newman dominated the first 3 quarters of this game, and Carrollwood Day has protected the football. And then jumbo set, handoff. Thomas bounces outside, and he will walk in untouched for a touchdown. Carrollwood Day now needs to convert this point after this 2-point conversion to make it an 8-point game. And this really is the game right here. They probably won't get the ball 2 more times, barring any craziness on the onside kick attempt. They'll need to get one of them at the very least, as they only have 2 timeouts remaining. So here's the jumbo set for the 2-point conversion. Handoff, Thomas, left side, and in for 2. Hold the phone, folks. It's an 8-point ball game. Cardinal Newman, 41. Carrollwood Day, 33. With 1:40 to play in the fourth quarter, Carrollwood Day is trying to pull off one of the greatest comebacks you will ever see, let alone in a state semifinal game. Your ticket to Pitbull Stadium will be punched with a win here tonight. So Newman, even if Cardinal Newman does recover this onside kick, with 2 timeouts remaining for Carrollwood Day, barring, or just, if you just assume a 3-and-out force by Carrollwood Day, which is hard to assume, Newman's been moving the ball pretty easily all throughout the night. They'll probably get the football back with over 50 seconds remaining in the game, no timeouts, but that clock stops when guys go out of bounds, incomplete passes, and it stops for the time being on first downs. Carrollwood would like to not have to worry about that and get the onside kick here. They were very close last time. Here's the onside attempt. Takes a high hop. It's picked up. Newman picks it up. Leslie Mosley, the hands team, will go out of bounds, and Cardinal Newman recovers. His helmet came off after he scooped up the football, blowing the play dead.
Yeah, it's a safety issue. Anytime the helmet comes off, the officials blow it dead. And fortunately, he wasn't close to a defender because he's the most important offensive weapon out wide.
So 1 minute and 38 seconds remain in the game. 2 timeouts remain for Carrollwood Day here in the HSS Game of the Week, supported by Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather. I hope you have been hanging around on YouTube at ESPN West Palm because it has gotten interesting. Newman needs a first down to win the ball game. They've got 2 receivers left, Jaron Hewley,
Ty Kirkpatrick, and Sumter in the backfield. Hewley takes a snap. Handoff to Naro, right side, bouncing it, counter, stays on his feet at the 45, and he gets tackled for a loss. It's a 5-yard loss on 1st and 10, setting up 2nd down and 15. The timeout is called from the visiting sideline, and with 1:28 to play in the game, it's Cardinal Newman 41, Carrollwood Day 33. And the last state semifinal that we broadcasted at ESPN West Palm was in West Boca, Southridge, West Boca. And that was a finish that you had to see and experience to believe regarding a fumble, a return, a review, about a 6-minute review. And eventually, West Boca was given the football in one of the most questionable semifinal endings of all time in the state of Florida. Does ESPN West Palm bring drama and controversy to high school football just by covering the games? The jury's out on that. Here's 2nd down and 15. Newman behind the sticks, looking to get a 1st down to seal this game. 41-33, Newman on top of Carrollwood Day. They've controlled and dominated this game until the final 8 minutes. Empty set, Hewley in the shotgun. Motions over Mosley. They fake it to Mosley. Quarterback run. Simon Hewley's trying to put the game on ice. And on ice he does. Touchdown, Newman. 54 yards. And a state championship game birth. Touchdown for Tyron Hewley. Turn the lights off and plan your next Thursday plans right now, because you're going to be in Miami watching Newman take on Chaminade.
Yeah, what a great play call there. Again, keeping the ball in the hands of your quarterback is the safest play all night long. Again, you go up the middle of the field, you expect the defender to be there, but there was no one there. He made a great fake, held on to the football to the last second, and then took it down the middle of the field for a 54-yard touchdown.
And that will be all she wrote. 1:18 to play in the 4th quarter. Newman now on top, 47-33 before the point after. And whistles blow, penalty flag out, and like you said, Coach, when in doubt, get the football in Hewley's hands. He has such a feel. It's one thing to have the athleticism and the metrics and the speed. It's another thing to just trust the football IQ, the instincts that Tyron Hewley does have. They're getting a good one up in Morgantown, West Virginia. The Mountaineer signee wins the game for Cardinal Newman. Point after's up after the pre-snap penalty on the offense, and it is good. 48-33, Cardinal Newman on top. After that, a racetrack touchdown run from quarterback Tyron Hewley. He took it in from 53 yards out to wind up and get the buses ready. What a game from Hewley. Feels like whenever he got the football with a little bit of momentum out of the offensive backfield, he was a pill to bring down.
Yeah, he puts a lot of pressure on any defense. Again, that element of him being able to run the football, he held the ball to the last moment and pulled it out. And most quarterbacks, they want to use, like you said, their speed. But you got to have timing, understanding the flow of the defense and what they're trying to do to you. And every time you give him an opportunity, he's going to take it. Just like he did against West Boca, he's going to take it right up the middle of the field.
Well, we had drama for about 10 minutes there here at Sam Budnick Field, and Hewley put an end to that, putting Cardinal Newman on top by 15 with 1:18 to play in this game. But there is so much drama going on for our other area teams. This squib kick is popped up in the air, still free, could be anybody's ball, and it will be the Patriots jumping on top of it. Carrollwood Day will get the football back at their own 44. Vero Beach was all tied 38-38 with 31 seconds to go. And I got a cryptic text message from Theo Dorsey. He just sent, who's at that game, INT. Theo, who threw the interception? Goodness gracious. End of regulation. Vero's going to go to overtime with Palmetto. He just sent the second message. He's fortunate, or he was going to be put on blast. So Vero Beach now going to overtime with Palmetto. And West Boca was down 6 at Armwood at their 14-yard line on 4th down. What happens with 29 seconds left? Javian Mallory touchdown. Point after, good. West Boca takes a 1-point lead with under 30 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. We might have 3 teams going to the state championship game. Play action pass near side. It's caught at the 50 here in West Palm Beach. And it'll be a 9 or 10-yard gain for Carrollwood Day. Once again, West Boca just took a 1-point lead inside 25 seconds to go of their 4th quarter on a Javian Mallory touchdown on 4th down at the Armwood 14. And now a double pass, deep ball, and incomplete on the trick play. 3rd down and 1 coming up for Carrollwood Day.
You talk about Hard Brick Hotel. If you're Suffern or Armwood, they had played the last 8 games, and they had averaged over 50 points and only gave up 7 points in 8 games. Had 7 shutouts. So again, in comes West Boca into town, the reigning state champs. Y'all knock the champs out. And I'm glad to be a West Boca Bull fan tonight.
So West Boca on top, 14-13. I'm just waiting for Armwood just fumbled the punt. I'm still waiting for more information. Handoff, left side of Robinson. He gets 2 yards when he needed 1. It's a 1st down for Carrollwood Day. 54 seconds remain in this game in the 4th quarter. Carrollwood Day now, the clock continues to roll. They're down by 15. Needs a prayer and then some. Play action pass. McDonald throws it across the middle. It's caught. DJ Williams in the catch and the HSS 1st down. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. Move the chains. Knocking on the door of the red zone is Carrollwood Day, down by 15. So Vero Beach in overtime against Palmetto right now, all tied up at 38-38. A lot of offense in that game for West Boca. 14-13 is the score in that one. Very different. Nearly a fumbled handoff. Instead, it's going to be a sack. Ty Kirkpatrick slams the door shut, puts a nail in the coffin, uses any metaphor you need to end the ball game. 24 seconds remaining in the game, and a timeout's going to be called by Carrollwood Day. Here on ESPN 106.3 is our FM signal that we're actually not on today. We're on the ESPN South Florida app audio only, but we are streaming this game live on YouTube. Thank you to everybody that is tuned in on YouTube at ESPN West Palm. Hit subscribe if you haven't quite yet. What a ferocious, resilient comeback from Carrollwood Day, a team that is used to winning 12-0 on the season. Again, we mentioned it before when we saw a couple of bruising runs by quarterback McDonald. It's easy to pack things up and get ready for 2026, and they simply did not do that. Never say die attitude. Got a fumble, made Newman pay, and now Carrollwood Day, 25 seconds to go in the game, down by 15. It'll be almost statistically impossible for them to actually win this game, but they are making their town proud and making that Tampa area proud with their performance here in the second half. McDonald gets wrapped up and he gets sacked. Adam Balagoon Ali gets the sack. The clock does roll. Under 10 seconds to go in the game before this ball is snapped. This might be the final play of the game. Well, no, it won't be because it's a spike with 7 seconds to go in the game. Flag comes out on the offense of Carrollwood Day, and they have no timeouts remaining, so this should be a runoff if it's an offensive penalty, and that would be the end of the game. It would be a 10-second runoff if it's an offensive penalty with the running clock here in the 4th quarter, if it is against the offense. Waiting them to see and rule. Illegal substitution against the offense. Am I wrong, Coach, with the runoff?
Yeah, not in high school.
Okay.
That's okay. That's all right. We're good.
So now the clock does roll. Final play of the game with 5 seconds to go. Fumbled snap. McDonald picks it up, throws it to the end zone, and it is overthrown and incomplete. That's the ball game. Cardinal Newman is going for the first time in their school history to the Class 1A state championship game in Miami at FIU's Pit Bowl Stadium. Final score, 48-33. The Crusaders come out on top.
how fitting the last play there for Carrollwood, they dropped the football. Because all night long they made those type of mistakes. You said it earlier, though. They made this city proud. They played hard. They fought to the end. So you got to give them credit for that. But just imagine what type of game we would have had they played with the type of discipline they had played with all year long.
So that's the final here at Sam Budnick Field. We will try to get a handle of things and what's going on outside of West Palm Beach with our area teams in Tampa, with a dramatic conclusion that I'm just hearing of right now. We'll try to sort that out between West Boca and Armwood, and also Vero Beach in overtime against Palmetto. We're going to take a break. Stay here live on YouTube and live on the ESPN South Florida app, and be right back to wrap things up here on ESPN West Palm.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Hey guys, Mike Rizzo here. I know you're moving soon. Don't stress it. Call Good Greek for your total relocation solution. From packing and storage to local and long-distance moves, Spiro and his team at Good Greek Moving and Storage has you covered from start to finish. Trusted by families, businesses, and teams like the Heat and the Hurricanes for over 2 decades. Make your next move simple, safe, and stress-free.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121, or visit tworld.com today.
You're listening to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day, presented by HSS Florida. Choose better, move better, and supported by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather.
Well, we're coming to your city.
And for the first time ever, the Cardinal Newman Crusaders are going to the state championship game. And they'll do it in Class 1A. Awaiting them, the dynasty of Chaminade Madonna. 48-33 the final score. Cardinal Newman gets the win over Carrollwood Day. That's what's happening right here locally. Taking place across the state, West Boca trying to go back to the state championship game. In the Class, they won the whole thing last year. On the line, boots in the ground, Brian Rowitz, our ESPN West Palm reporter. Brian, what the heck's going on by you?
I think I'm allowed to curse because we're on YouTube, but I won't. You have Thursday plans with Cardinal Newman. You now have Friday plans with West Boca. This Armwood defense is really good. They allowed no points the entire postseason. They're up 13-7. The West Boca defense continues to bend but not break. The West Boca offense then moves down the field. 17 seconds left. No timeouts. First and goal. Javian Mallory, who did not have a good night, wrapped up in the backfield, ends up in the end zone. The extra point good. West Boca takes a 1-point lead. The ensuing kickoff is fumbled by Armwood, recovered by West Boca. Looks like it's ball game. West Boca celebrating, less than 10 seconds left. Unsportsmanlike conduct on West Boca. And then conveniently the refs determined that Armwood actually recovered the fumble. They didn't. So they get a couple more shots. They get 10 yards first down, 40-something yard field goal to win it. Falls short. West Boca wins 14-13. I feel like I just played against these guys.
My goodness, and I love with the detailed update, because with where you're at and where we're at, we have schools that are representing both regions. So we have an audience right now that includes a bunch of Carrollwood Day fans that, unfortunately for them, they got more bad news in that game. And by the way, in case you didn't know, on the YouTube channel that you're watching this game right now, you can see the hero of that fourth quarter for West Boca, Javian Mallory, and him talk on after signing with the University of Miami officially
on Wednesday. You can also hear head coach Mario Cristobal of those Hurricanes talk about Mallory and the best running back in the States. So, Brian, after watching
if you check our Twitter right now, sorry to interrupt, Scott, at ESPN Top 63, that game-winning touchdown is out there now. You can see the video. Mallory was dead to rights. Like, it was a loss. They were going to have no timeouts. They were going to have to rush it. And Mallory's a grown man sometimes. He's able to just get the ball to the goal line. So, at ESPN Top 63, if you want to go watch that right now.
Brian, thank you so much, and we're going to have the full game highlights on YouTube right here on ESPN West Palm's YouTube channel tonight. So make sure you hit subscribe so you can see it to believe it. So we've got one state championship berth clinched here in West Palm. We've got the second clinched in Tampa. And we will now await the Vero Beach final score to complete the trifecta of Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast High School football teams, and whether or not they will all represent our viewing area and listening area in Pitbull Stadium up next weekend. Again, we have Thursday and Friday plans. Yep. We're waiting Saturday.
I told you it was going to be all or nothing. I mean, I'm a prognosticator now. I said all the teams are going to win and nobody's going to win. So at this point, we're 2-0. We're waiting on number 3.
And now we will break things down here. I mentioned before it was a final score 48-33. Cardinal Newman got the win over Carrollwood Day in this one. We'll look ahead. Cardinal Newman will play a 12:30 kickoff in Miami at FIU Stadium, where they will take on Chaminade Madonna. We saw Chaminade in the Kickoff Classic against West Boca, common opponent that we saw Cardinal Newman play and get a win against. What is about to challenge Cardinal Newman with Chaminade Madonna?
Well, I tell you, Chaminade has the advantage in terms of the consecutive championships, and Newman only has their head coach that's been there. So that's going to be a tall order in and of itself. Chaminade boasts some of the top players in the country. This young man from Ohio State, the wide receiver, he's from Chaminade. You know, he's the number 2 in the country, I believe. So again, all of those things, all those elements, Newman being there for the first time, but you just got to go in and play a clean football game. They got to create some turnovers and try to do the things like they couldn't do tonight, put teams away when you have to. They did a good job of coaching, don't get me wrong, but those opportunities, if you squander those against Chaminade, before you know it, you'll be down by 30 points.
Yeah, and truth be told, a lot in this first half was given.
Yeah.
It was really gifted and given to Cardinal Newman. Sure, they capitalized on it when given those opportunities, but a lot was given in terms of fortunate fumbles, fortunate penalties, self-inflicted penalties, don't get me wrong, from Carrollwood Day, and Cardinal Newman did capitalize on those, but Chaminade's not going to do that.
No.
They're going to make you earn every little bit, every yard, every tackle, everything.
Yep.
Chaminade will make Cardinal Newman earn on Thursday next week at FIU Stadium, or for FIU at Pitbull Stadium. And that's the look ahead brought to you by the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. Not quite as south as Pitbull Stadium, closer in Boca Raton, close to us. Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans. Looking forward to that. And now we will crown our Duffy's MVP of the game here on ESPN West Palm's coverage of ESPN West Palm High School Game Day. It's hard to look. We're going to give 2 of them. How about that? I'm going to break the rules, Coach.
Okay.
We're going to go offensively, and we're going to start with Jaron Hewley.
Yes, sir.
You saw him put the game on ice when Carrollwood Day was mounting a unprecedented comeback. 3rd and long, Jaron Hewley to save the day.
Yeah.
Took the ball 53 yards to the house, putting that team up 2 possessions, winning the game by 15. Hewley, when in doubt, put the ball in his hands, and he will make you pay.
He will. And again, just a great asset to have on your side if you're Jack Daniels, knowing what he can do as a quarterback. I told you early in the game they're going to try to spread him out because Carroll Day tries to bring pressure up the middle. So, okay, let's get him off the spot. He did a good job of throwing a touchdown in the early downs to Sumter. So that was one thing they did differently. This week, give him the ball 6-7 times because, again, he poses that element of going to the end zone at any time. So with him being in the backfield as a threat, Phoenix Dozier being a threat in the backfield, I mean, who are you going to stop? Take your poison, right?
Very difficult. You're probably going to regret your decision either way.
Yes, sir.
Double-sided sword of the offense right there for Cardinal Newman. Leslie Mosley also can stake his own claim for a Duffy's MVP of the game. He was electric with 2 touchdowns, 2 very different touchdowns. One was a wide receiver screen that was deflected up in the air. He caught it like they were playing jackpot in the backyard and took it to the house, 86 yards. The other was a 40-plus yard touchdown bomb over the top where Mosley's route running and the run fake from Hewley sprung him free into the second level. So it's really hard to actually pick an MVP on either side of the football. Adam Balagoon Ali. Remember his pick 6 from 90 yards to the house, where he had to climb the ladder, tip it with his fingertips, bring it back in, and that's when the party just began for Balagoon Ali, the Auburn commit. When that pick 6 happened, it turned a 14-7 lead into a 21-7 lead.
Yeah.
3 plays, maybe 4 plays before that, it looked like it was going to be a tie ball game with a touchdown by Carrollwood Day that was taken off the board with an ineligible receiver downfield. And then Adam Balagoon Ali took advantage of that opportunity and ran it back to the house. Final score, Cardinal Newman 48, Carrollwood Day 33. Newman gets the win. Newman goes to the state championship for the first time in their football program history. Thank you for joining us here live on ESPN West Palm on YouTube. We appreciate your viewership. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe, like the stream, and we will talk to you next week on Thursday on ESPN 106.3. Cardinal Newman, Chaminade Madonna. We wouldn't miss it for the world. Take care. Have a great weekend.
In sports and in life, how you move matters. So when injuries or pain get in the way, the orthopedic specialists at HSS Florida provide world-class care to get you moving again. From non-surgical and surgical care to personalized rehabilitation, HSS Florida offers the same quality and expertise you expect from HSS, the world's #1 in orthopedic care. With 2 convenient locations in West Palm Beach and Wellington. Learn more at hss.edu/Florida. Choose better, move better.
Hi, I'm Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. As you have likely seen and heard, law firm advertising is at an all-time high. Attorney ads seem to be part of every radio and TV commercial segment. Some firms are even using paid actors and actresses to speak for them. At Smith Ball